but no, they're still just rocking a Mav. So, yeah.
That would have been Pete Gasher to bring him Monty.
That really would have been peak Gasher.
He sixed it. Honestly, that's just to get me sixing it. You instill fear because there's a lesion for Soup.
Mm-hmm. Hack rat title.
He's still rocking the title because, quite frankly, that's the most notable. All right.
Nice. Starting this off with a quite literal bang. Goodbye, Alibi.
That's their best player. That's Nacho Cheese off the board. Yep. Okay, just kidding. Maybe Snake has
and Waltz
an argument too.
Just shotgunned him.
He just blew his back out in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
So, Pack Rat. I mean, to get back to what I was even like, this is such a roller coaster. This whole freak show, the whole. Okay. Pack Rat. Imagine waiting all this time just to shoot your teammate in the back.
Yeah, you're just so ready, and then it's just as soon as you spawn in, just boom. Yeah, imagine Nacho being like so ready to play, and he just gets shot into the back of the head.
Bow! Just deleted. All right,
be like,
Pack Rat.
Uh-oh.
Pack Rat. He's still got title on his name because that's his most notable. I mean, to me, that's his most notable career stop, right? Won a championship, or almost did. I think he was dropped from the team, and then the new iteration of title won a championship. So Pack Rat's just kind of been around and about, but he's a wild player. Trust me. We saw him before. I mean, the thing was me and you, actually. In a monthly forever ago, when he was actually on title. Like, literally.
Yep.
He was just running around in smoke like he's a maniac.
Mm-hmm.
By net with Snake and Nacho, and Nacho's alive. You have a nasty combination that Aqualix have to deal with.
So that means Waltz is the issue.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that shot
He is an issue right now because he's TKing. So yes. Aqualix is just taking control of the whole map. Like, with these, no roam, no resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if Nacho is going to roam with Alibi. Well,
probably.
Clearly not. Dead.
But you can't really roam from 6 feet under.
Really? I didn't know that.
Nope.
Well, then.
So double hard breach, double soft breach. I like the lineup so far for Aqualix on the attack. Except Afer gets that kill if he has the LMG. I'm convinced.
So we've got a really funny
down
story.
Goes your ranged soft breach. It destroys soft mirrors.
Yeah, I mean, what is the question mark for Afer?
I told you he's a mental player. He's already chalked. Really round one.
Afer.
Afer's chalked.
I mean, took him a while to get his hair done. Got into the game, and then he got hit in the mouth by Snake.
Mm-hmm.
So, Snake, I mean, I already told y'all. Snake, Nacho. Obviously, everyone on this Soup team is quality. They made this league, but watch out for those guys because they are especially ridiculous. Pack Rat, look at him. Under Armory, which is always a great place to be.
Especially with the T5, because that gun is amazing.
You can obviously impact trick. There's no Habana. So again, we talk about the Habana ban everyone likes to gloss over. That's a problem here because you can impact trick the Kitchen Ash now. I mean, let's see. They're actually going to go for the church wall, destroy this mirror that Mr. X Stars is on. CZ's going to try pushing Oil Pit as well. But we do see, who is this? Snake in a very particular position with church open behind him. He's got someone on his hatch. He's got CZ, the French Canadian, pushing down Oil Pit. CZ, I just hyped you up and you lost that fight. Aqualix is still losing this round despite the TK to start. And with the grenade kill on the Snake, there's some progress, but with the exception of that, I mean, Soup has literally not lost anybody. All L's for Aqualix. Trying to push it through this Moto door. Is there a shotgun? Is there anyone close? It's the Mira with the Vector, and it's just Kid Hat in a 1 versus 3. And Soup TK'd. We were ready to call him trollers. Nacho literally didn't do anything the whole round. He was just on cams. He was just with the pom-poms, right? And Soup still won the round. Can they see that? I don't care. There's a replays right now. But Afer just said,
your name is Nacho.
Your name is Nacho. And then Packrat's like, your name is Afer's. This is all chat live for.
Question mark?
He just made fun of this Tuesday for being Nacho. Okay, so this is
but Snake went huge that round. I mean,
just a little bit.
Yeah, okay. The opening pick, shocking Z-Mental of Afer's, and then pre-firing the ever-loving expletive out of CZ, trying to push up from the Oil Pit side. Snake, if he's on the map, you just don't go to Oil Pit. Apparently that is his domain, and you should not touch that territory, or else he will just hit you with the no trespassing sign. And he doesn't shoot warning shots. First one's lethal.
Yeah, I mean, this is like... Never mind. Not making that joke. But here we are. Cash, which we have considered in the past, stinky cheese. Hard side to defend. It's a hard one to come up with some sort of crazy pocket strat and win it. And guess what? Soup is not that team. Last round, there was no... I'm gonna tell you right now. There was no intricate strategy there for Soup. There was a mirror on the church wall, right? It's not that deep. You know, there wasn't some elaborate roam with a sprinkle of this and that. No.
There wasn't any roam.
They didn't do anything special. They just
Because
won the round.
Nacho died.
There was a guy in oil pit looking through the grates. That's how they won the round. And guess what? Look what he's doing this round. Look at Snake. He's just slipping. He's just slipping and sliding around under that blue window, ready to hop out. Afer, obviously, I think he just put a claymore. He didn't. I could have swore he did. Okay. What? Did he shoot it? Nacho Cheese with his first kill on the Kid Hat. And Aqualix right now, looking like a bunch of lost puppies in the rain. As they're at a 3 versus 5 already. Like, we're like 20 seconds in the round.
Mm-hmm. And this is Aqualix's map choice, by the way. Why you take a pug stack to club? I don't know. But maybe they know something that I don't.
And if we want to talk history, I mean, when was Aqualix a club team?
Never.
Obviously,
Gasher
it's a
has
totally
just
different
historically hated this map.
team. Oh, yeah, so maybe he got overruled. Maybe Gasher is not the Emperor Overlord that we think he is. Maybe he got overran. But either way, I mean, maybe it's too early to be talking about the map. Maybe it's Soup. That's some one-off stuff, right? Hopping out the blue window, the grates in oil pit. Surely that can't happen for 6 defenses in a row, right? Here we are. Exile is petrified to enter the building. He's going to get in there, looking down the stairs. He's going to put down a claymore unlike Afer. I could have swore he put one down. I think it's...
I did too.
I could have sworn.
That's like, I didn't hear an impact sound.
I think he just snapped onto it. I mean,
And Snake doesn't even have impact.
Snake's good. Listen, he's got a very... he's got a tag Surf in his name. He was on Surf with some good play. Like, Snake is good at the video game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's entirely possible he just shot the claymore and just killed him in the same moment. Like, Aqualix has their hands full is what I'm getting at. They do get this wall open. CZ's kind of waltzing around downstairs, and Gasher is as well. They're just trying to clear from below. 2 below and 1 on the breach by himself. Let's see what happens for Aqualix.
Well,
Mute
down goes the mute jammer, and that will let the
Oh.
Selmas go through. And CZ says goodbye to Snake. Doesn't matter if you can jump out the blue window if you're just going to sit over by Swamp for the remainder of the round. Down to cam duty will be Snake, as the man advantage slowly shrinks, but it's still in the favor of Soup. The crossfires established are looking quite nice. A couple more Wamai discs rotate in as Waltz is aware he could potentially be flanked towards Raptors, but for Aqualix, they need to go sooner rather than later. Another nade's coming about. Well, Waltz is going to be able to take out CZ. Gasher, he runs across. He's going to get dropped down. No more Diffuser, no more Exile, no more Aqualix players. Soup 2 in a row. They're looking pretty dominant.
This, like I said, one-off stuff to start these rounds that have just absolutely buried them for Aqualix, but they didn't even start. You lose Afer's use your LeBron. Right? He's the point guard. He's dying
LeBron
to
is
some
not a
guy
point guard.
do a great, and he's dying to someone hopping out a window. It's hard to get the rounds moving with the intensity that you would like.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, again, it happened 1 or 2 rounds. Will it happen 6 in a row? That's pushing it. I think Aqualix, if there's any chance of them coming back, they're going to do it on this tertiary site. They're going to do it for living, hopefully, longer than 2 seconds.
Attackers need to locate and
Maybe.
defuse bombs.
Jim, which many people say would be a stronger bomb site than CCTV. I mean, in CJ, I know you probably agree.
I don't.
Probably harder to make CCTV look stronger than what we just saw from Soup.
Perhaps.
Mayhaps. Perhaps.
I'm not even sure how you phrase that. You just confused me.
10 seconds left.
Some people think the gym is better than CCTV, and then I was saying that Soup made CCTV look really good. So, like, how much better can Jim be? You know what I mean?
a lot better,
Bomb and defuse it.
actually.
So you think they're not even gonna get in the building?
I mean, now they've got mirrors, and yes, I think Gem is the better
Yeah,
site. They've got mirrors and more run out spots. There's like so many more run outs on Gem, actually. So a half
Snake
reinforcement.
is just vibing.
Oh, kind of look at server wall.
Yep.
The server wall is.
I think they were late on the reinforcement, and then.
Yeah, I mean, look at the bullet hole. You can see the bullet holes on the right side of the door. And then Snake's just sitting here, and he's hoping that drone wasn't. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, okay, that's pug stack activity right there. Someone messed up.
Yeah, there is one reinforcement left, so somebody forgot to do it.
Somebody made a
Unless
critical
they're
error.
pocketing one.
Yeah, like what is this? Half reinforced here, and then they missed the other wall. Maybe that person had too much to do. Maybe they're just like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing this. They're gonna
You
get
gotta
it
do
open
the
anyway.
CC walls first, because then you can do the other walls without getting shot from flat while you're reinforcing.
Here we go. Attack is manifesting. CZ is crouch walking. Because if you're wondering why people do this, so that you don't hear him on the roof. Smart.
Silent.
Silenter. Wondering how much actual protections on that mirror in logistics though. We saw Kami had issues with ADSing and actually putting ADSs on the mirror. Wonder if Soup has the same issue as the bug stack. We'll see. Pack Rat's in a pretty tough spot though. He's between a drop on them, so they can get his wall, and we'll see he dropped on him and died.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
So there you go. He's not in a tough spot because he wins those, I guess. Pack Rat. I love his name.
Yeah, it's very, very satisfying. Almost as much as watching him with the SMG-11, because some say that Pack Rat with the SMG-11 is like Picasso with the brush.
Bomb located
Jack
by
in the
attack.
post. It's endless, and Kid Hat, he's running up. He's trying to get some shots here as Exile's establishing crossfires from the windows. But those alibi prismas, they're in the way. He can't shoot safely without alerting his position. But Hat, he's all the way inside of Logi, and so is Afers. Waltz from down below. He's going to get the Nitro. Hat's going to finish off Nacho. I cannot speak right now. It is a very big struggle, but another Nitro coming on the yellow ping. So much intel inside the bomb site for Soup. It's all left up to Gasher in the 1v2. Pack Rat's not on a whole lot of HP, and some pre-fires are going his direction. Gasher's being red pinged all over the place because he jumped through a Gemini. And X-Stars will finish him off.
Aqualix. They're struggling
Yes,
I-
mightily.
to get any sort of footing, and the one bit of footing they got met with like 62 different C4s and a Pack Rat in a corner on the mirror. Maybe if CZ had the SMG-11 while he dropped, he would have been able to win that, but he didn't because it's not on Sledge anymore. I don't know. I'm trying to give a reason as to how CZ or why CZ lost the fight, but he lost it. That's the important thing, and once they lost that again, that's one of your spearheads gone. Hat did his best to try to will that round into existence, but unfortunately, well, wasn't enough. And that's a site. That's an offsite. They're going back to the basement again, where Nacho's probably just staying far away from these guys. Look, you see, he like stopped when the mirror was shotgun. He's like,
Yep. He has PTSD now. He is just scared of shotguns.
it's just not looking too good for Rockland. I don't know. And now Nacho's alive on this site. I don't know what I have no idea what Nachos has in mind, right? 'Cause
PTSD.
He could be,
Post team kill shotgun dread.
yeah. Not sure what the plan is for Nacho. What's he doing? But
He's probably just going to try to kill as much time as possible. Right now, Super just...
where you
Oh,
going,
no, is he
Nacho?
going back down to site? I'm going to say, Soup can get whatever map control they want. Aqualix, they have the right ideas for pushes, but their execution isn't quite up to par. A little bit too segmented and not really accounting for a lot of the plays that Soup can be going for, like hearing somebody hop on cams and then jumping out and killing them. or, you know, nitroing down below inside of Logi when you have information from bulletproofs. I think overall Aqualix might be going a little bit too fast. We're seeing their entries cut down early on. Aphers being 0-3 is not boding well. It's same with Exile, and then CZ and Asher are 1-3. And Hat got all of his kills last round.
Whole lot of traffic cones. Rockwicks. Bunch of turnstiles right now. So here we are. Gonna
Is
book
Ty
the.
really gonna look like a genius, man?
He might. I mean, maybe we're all just idiots. Like,
True.
why were we so convinced that Soup was just gonna lay down? They're just gonna lay down and give up. Why do we think that? Because they're surely not. Not yet, at least. I mean, again, this is defense on club. You know, the wise man. Well, Exile's dead. That's the ace who was gonna get the church wall. He's dead. He did get the church wall, but he's dead. So, what I was getting at is, well, everyone can do this on defense. You know, everyone can swing off a Mira. So he's gonna get Pack Rat as a trade. That's good. And Gasher needs to mind his head here. He's seemingly doing so. He's gonna run away from this hatch. But anyone can be a maniac on defense. It's on attack where we're really gonna see if Soup's about it. But so far, they're holding firm on defense as expected, and well, it's easy. It's easy, and this is like what the first time that most of these guys are alive. Something's open. They might have a chance. They might have a chance.
Yeah, the E word might come out. We might actually see an execute phase hit.
The E word.
The
grenade.
E word.
And Gasher. Okay, just kidding. There is no execute, because once again, before they do that, someone gets sniped. This time it's Kid Hat. The guy who was the only one doing a lot of killing last round. Or really this whole game for Aqualix. Let's see. I mean, once again, go for the oil pit push, but this time I think Snake's ready for it. He was ready for it last time. With only 15 seconds left, I'm not so sure if this attack's going to manifest the way they want. Afer's just shooting at everything. Everyone can get the smoke, but not Snake. Snake will shut him down. Snake's still in blue. He's still holding a powerful position. It's a 1 versus 1. Snake in blue. Does he have a rotation? Snake, he is planning. 2 seconds here, but I think Gasher's going to get off of it the minute Snake swings. Yep, there it is. Unfortunately, Gasher needed about 1 or 2 more seconds. He would have had a chance, but Snake, with his 7th kill in 4 rounds. Just unbelievable.
Defender mission successful.
Well,
And
dang.
What is it?
That is a crowd silencer.
No, not any crowd. I think the Soup crowd is going crazy.
Yeah,
right
Soup crowd's going crazy. Aqualix fan club is.
Yeah, they're just like, what are you guys? They're burning the
Here's
Aqualix
the
jerseys.
live comms from it.
10 seconds. Attackers are activating the diffuser.
I didn't say anything because everybody's quiet.
Yeah, I'm sorry for giggling because I knew what you were doing.
Yep. 4 rounds in a row. Sure, club can sometimes be slightly defender-sided,
Attackers need to locate.
but it's like still a 4-2-3-3 kind of map. And right now, Soup are just, you know, they're not making a cake and eating it too. They're making a soup and eating it too. We'll just slot in different foods for Soup and just make them work, I guess. But as things stand, last time we saw this bomb site come out, yeah, 4 people were left alive for Soup, and it was not pretty.
10 seconds to go.
Not pretty all. I mean, we've yet to see a round where Aqualix is able to look comfortable, able to do the E word and execute. It's just been murder.
Attackers are moving out of the
It's just been bloody murder every round. Someone gets picked. Someone gets scalped. Someone gets run out on. Someone dies to something crazy. Exile is droning out the toilet, looking for Nacho. Maybe he had some bad nachos, because Nacho is over there near the toilets as well. See Snake. Actually, no, this is pool table. Nacho's lurking in Exile, and it looks like somebody's trying to drone out a play from Strip while they're simultaneously opening up this. Gosh, well, Exile's actually droning the top floor. So keep that in mind. I mean, did they actually know that Nacho is just lurking?
I mean, it is Nacho after all. He's
Do
definitely
they
most
know?
comfortable off.
Do they know? What? All right, CZ. That's actually what Aqualix really needed.
Okay.
I thought he was gonna die. No cap.
But Snake killed Mav.
Covered the diffuser. Bomb located by attackers.
Yeah, but did they get the wall open?
I don't think so.
I mean, he's still peeking out like they did. Like, what's wrong with that guy?
Nope, they did not.
Wow.
Yep.
Still have the ace. It's not all doom and gloom.
They could
Ace
just
can-
nade through the holes, get rid of the jammer, and then reach for the ace. But is that going to happen? Based on positions? Maybe. Potentially. Don't quite know where Exile is. Oh, he's on the wall. And he almost died.
And he said,
He did die.
okay, that was a really talented shot from Snake. Actually, what in
That
the world
was.
was that? He just scalped him while he was.
Fadeaway on the fadeaway. What magnificent game sense to know he's going to be upside down, so shoot at the foot to get the head.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Once again, around for Aqualix, nothing has manifested itself. Nothing has happened for Aqualix. CZ got a kill. Honestly, he probably should have died. Maybe if Nacho was on a, he didn't have the new Jaeger recoil, he would have killed him maybe. Other than that, I mean, other than that 50-50, Aqualix has quite literally been blanked again. Someone on the ground, pack rat on the ground, role playing as a mouse. Mickey Mouse pack rat on the ground. Look at this. Aqualix just, they just look like a bunch of deer in the headlights.
Yeah. Well, this is not looking good. Packrat is a two-faced fan. That's good to hear. Once again, I'm glad Two-Face is doing well. That makes me happy. But watching Aqualix attacks, they make me kind of sad. I understand last round is difficult because your map dies early,
Attackers
and
need to
then
locate and defuse
as soon as you go try to throw a Selma, a alibi runs out of garage once again and one taps you as you're probably already on top of the roof, and on your screen he just shot the air or something. I don't know, but say la vie. It's understandable that round can kind of go to heck because you have no hard breach, but a lot of the times with Aqualix, they're trying to be too cute. They're going for these massive
Are they?
amounts of map control fast by pushing multiple things at the same time. But the problem is, when you do that, they're solo pushes. And you're running into Nacho and Snake in corners because you're not droning because you're trying to go fast and get to your cutoff positions. It's just not working. I don't know why. Aqualix at this point just need to reevaluate their whole plan. They need to just go back to simple. They need to go back to the basics and just try to beat Soup with fundamentals from experience.
Well, this also isn't a Soup thing. Aqualix has not won a round. They've lost 12 rounds in a row. Going back to
That's true.
they've lost 12 rounds in a row. I don't think
They
anything.
can't play against Pug Stacks. They're trying to be too cute.
And you say that, I just think they literally just can't do anything. I mean, right now they can't entry. They can't open a wall.
Because they're
I
trying
mean,
to solo entry everywhere.
I mean, they quite literally cannot open a wall. You know? They couldn't even Claymore Oil Pit or whatever Afer is trying to do like the first round. Like, they couldn't win a 4v5. It's just, wow.
A lot to unpack.
There's just packs getting smoked here. I mean, there really is no other way to go around it. I mean, there we go. Once again, pushing into a mirror where Pack Rat is holding the position. Nacho as well, holding across on the shield. Nacho's literally going to stand up and shoot this guy. Oh, Kid Hat, thank you. Kid Hat has some fight.
Wow, that's a nice shot.
Yeah, he's ready for it, Nacho. just gets slammed. And now it's for, I mean, that's the player who's playing that shield. That's huge. He might have a winnable fight on Pack Rat now who's playing that mirror, or Pack Rat can just kill everybody. He's actually not on the mirror. If Aqualix takes the time to drone that out, they may realize, hey, he's just not there. This mirror is...
Yeah, last time Pack Rat fell off, went below when he got a nitro.
Okay, this time they're actually holding the flank, and well, there you go. Pack Rat eliminated. No flank, no nitro for him. Waltz is trying to reestablish this position. Gives his position away with the pre-fire, and he's gonna eat a grenade. He gets shot in the back. Or no, that's just from the windows. Exile. X-Star's gonna fly out. Speaking of Exile, X-Star, whoever. Exile will lose his life to X-Stars. Plant's gonna go down. In this round, I mean, Aqualix will finally win a round. In 12 tries, they finally won a round. And yeah, this is just gonna be...
took some time. Good job, CZ. This is actually a crisp shot. But can Aqualix... That actually was a crisp shot. It was a lot crispier than I thought it was going to be. But now at least Aqualix has the defense, which you should be able to try to set the tempo with a little bit more than having Soup run all around. You can do things to mitigate rushes, understand the positions that they're going to be entering in first, and kind of prioritize the cutoffs for that. Like, hey, let's make sure the Gen player is gun up 30 seconds into the round. Make sure the Dirt player, if we're going downstairs, is gun up. Make sure they don't just sprint down main. We got to have somebody watching from Moto. Something like that. As long as those ideas get kind of passed around the team for Aqualix, hopefully it should help, and maybe they can start to get something going on this defensive side, as opposed to just how hard they got steamrolled on their attacks.
Maybe. We're seeing it roam. Quite contrasting to Soup. And this looks like a very complex roam. A lot of working, moving parts. Which is a lot like the Aqualix attacks. A lot of moving parts. In a lot of different places. Gash is going to be pulsing a lot of different things. He can pulse multiple things. And multiple pushes. In just about every direction that you can think of on this site. I mean, from the blue side of things to armory to dirt to... you name it. Main stairs. He can pulse and create a lot of information. They're going for the pulse over Amira. And well, there you go. That's different. I mean, they're both different info ops, I guess, you know, and however you may see it. And in the context of this roam, I mean, that's relevant. Obviously, Gash could support his roamers all the way up to the 3rd floor. He can support. He can call. He can also call if they're just going to rush or they're going to do whatever in dirt, and which, by the way, is soft. So that is a possibility, and Exile's tasked with protecting against encroachment in dirt. But again, you see 3-man roam. It's the three-headed dragon. You know, with Afer and Hat. Someone pinned in a corner. Who is that? Afer's tucked in the corner.
Wow.
Afer's tucked in the corner listening to Young Boy in the bar on the speaker. And he's going to get traded by Snake, who's just on one this game, 11 kills in 7 rounds. But a really interesting position for Aper, but they already kind of lost bar control now, and that's huge because that's your fall off. That's no longer secure unless you want to go down blue, which obviously is the least menacing way you can do things. Exile and Waltz just had a duel in dirt, and Waltz lost to a shotgun. It looks like Pack Rat's going to lose as well. CZ's still at large in this roam as well. But it looks like they're just opting to do 2 things at once. A lot like with Aqualix, they're clearing dirt and roam clearing? Question mark. And CZ just walks into Snake. Guess he just considered blue as clear. It wasn't. So this is somewhat salvageable for Soup, but Hat is just in kitchen too, in front of a lot of different things. Kitchen's probably one of the most exposed positions on the map. If they get wise to that, they could perhaps collapse upon him and make this a 2 versus 2. But Hat's gonna move out of there, and you look at Gasher pulsing. Alright, he's pulsing. The hell is Gasher pulsing? Alright, he's pulsing. There's just no... okay, he's gonna pulse, see if someone's gonna drop. I'm like, what is he looking at? Because there's... anyway, he's gonna be obviously pulsing out this blue drop from Soup. Let's see how it goes.
Yep, Gasher, he sees the players, and Nitro's gonna come through the wall. That's gonna get both. Never mind, it's just Snake. It's a 3v1 for X stars. Whole lot of work to be done. And Gasher, I called the double too early. Thought it was gonna be the Nitro, but it's one apiece. One with the utility, one with the headshot. In the first defensive round for Aqualix. Maybe it's the start of something new, CJ.
Could be. Could also just be, I mean, what was that from Soup? You know, Soup's had a pretty flawless game for the most part. But we didn't actually see it, but there were literally two of them pushing dirt against Exile with the shotgun while everyone else is roam clearing. That wasn't a kitchen dirt. Or maybe it was actually. But usually if you do kitchen dirt, like, you don't actually also go for blue because then you're exposed to stock. You saw Afer, that's what we were actually looking at. Afer was like, he could just drop and do crazy things and flank and do whatever to stock. So that's why typically, you know, it's limited to kitchen dirt means kitchen dirt. You know what I mean? So that was weird. Seemed like it was all over the place for Soup. And obviously we literally watched someone walk into the bar as well. I think it was Snake. So obviously they're probably I mean, if that's a confidence push if I've ever seen one. And I feel maybe as well, this is also a bug stack. I mean, Soup's a bug stack. But it's also like maybe as these rounds come along, Soup will consolidate it a little bit better, have a better plan in mind. They have a huge lead that they can rest on to gather themselves for attack on club, which, again, depending on your level of competence as a team, you know, you can, this is a site. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. They have the Mad, they have the Thermite, and they have the hot hands. Snake.
They got nades. Ooh. CZ up inside a rafter. CZ is a very talented player in playing these particular positions. Some people call them a certain spot, but that's not safe for me to say. So typically in a spot like rafters, you want to hold on to it for as long as possible, and you want to at least go 1-for-1. It's almost a lock with CZ, but as soon as I start talking about this, I know he's just going to die untraded, and it's going to make me feel sad because almost like a curse. But let's talk about Afers on the roam, CJ.
He is indeed roaming with the partner in the bar. Wingman. You know, hat. You want to get a girl, follow it for a round. Here we go. They're roaming around in bar. And it's easy, I mean, like I said, it's, what are you going to call it? It's a spot where he's probably going to die, depending on if they actually decide to clear this. And they've got to, what are you doing? What you going to do with that? He's going to blow something up, probably blow up this lounge wall. Because his teammate, like we said, is in a spot where he's probably going to die, unless Afer goes huge, throws an impact, aggressively swings in to help. Someone gets folded. Waltz, Pack Rat, just trades everywhere. Exile. It's just a 3 versus 3, and at the end of all of this, there is Raptor control for the attack. Does Afer have the precision land that shot? No, Pack Rat survives. And with that, I mean, the Raptor control has been established, and Nacho's probably holding that flank as well. Meaning, with the lounge wall wide open, that C4, usually late round, that you see to deny plants time to time, is not going to be as easy to pull off, because Afer just impacted that wall wide open. So Gasher's thinking about it. But assuming Soup plays the numbers right here, one plat, one watching below, one planting. Looking tough for Aqualix. Exile can yeet a C4 over to deny the plant, but he's obviously got problems of his own with grenades flying in over his head. Nacho's actually going to opt to move up to support from rafters instead of watching below, which could be something that could be a development to watch out for as this round goes through. Pack Rat's inside the site, actually stacked on his teammate. That could be a double, it could be a triple, and it's for the attack! I thought the defense was about to win. What is that? I don't know. Unbelievable. All right, okay. Snap, snap. It kills 2 people. All right. Match point Soup. And, wow. That genuinely went completely different than I thought it would. And even the players like, what? When have you ever seen a cash round end like that?
Yeah, like, I saw the Nitro, and I'm like,
like
boom!
like,
But it's like, wait a second. That's the wrong color. And Nacho just looks like he has an aimbot on because he's so crispy. Those are actually 2 nasty flicks back to back.
I mean, you don't see someone hit that transfer too often, right? That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. So, okay, Soup is setting the tempo. Again,
He is.
the theme has
Or
already been
they
set in
is.
SCS.
They are.
Attackers locate and
You know,
defuse
the
bombs.
T3 teams. Hey, they are convincing themselves that CL is Mickey Mouse, and that the real
I wish
talent.
I brought my ears. I can't drive 9 hours
Look,
back to
I'm
Raleigh.
if this keeps up, I might have to pull him out, like, because CL, I mean, has just been getting baptized in a lot of these games. The more experience, the more, I guess, like in control, like you said, you know, in control and eclectic, you know, they're kind of still building, you know, they're kind of on their way there. But some of these other more established teams with the nachos and the snakes and the pack rats and the, they're beating the brakes off the CL teams in SCS thus far.
I'm excited for tomorrow. That's where we see Livid and Nocturnes play their games.
Livid, who's Livid?
Or my bad. Karn and Co.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Soup is just, I can't even say it. It's not safe for television. So,
Yep.
Soup, well, match point. They get a gym attack to finish this game off, and Aqualix, I mean, who do you lean on? Right? He sees he's just meant to die, and he's crazy. Look, he's in another one, under the windows. Like, guess what? That spot is hell. You get shot from below, which he's obviously concerned about. You get naded. You get pinned in the corner.
You also can just get ran in on from the breach.
Someone could be repelling on the breach. It's just like, jeez. Exile's looking to do something, make something happen. But again, like, who do you rely on for Aqualix to come back 4 rounds?
Yeah, right now, I mean, Hat is getting some kills and so is CZ, but yeah, not that many. I mean, Surf has as much as both of them combined. Or my bad, Snake Surf does.
Oh,
CZ,
man, how?
he just keeps on
How did we
repeaking.
get?
Down goes Afers as well. It's just falling apart at every step of the way. Exile's also on the roam, meaning it can just be Gasher and Hat on site. Snake, he has this
No way he
cutoff.
knows.
He's going to smell Exile a mile away. The swing is going to come out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo. That was cool. But
Yeah, that was cool,
Gasher,
right? Round's not looking too good, though. It's
nope,
over.
it's over. The game is over.
1, 2, 3, the game's over. They just walked at him and won. This is deja vu. If Aqualix loses this round, I won't know what to say.
Then
Because-
it's over. We can just silent cast the rest. 'Cause
Aqualix,
we know the outcome.
they had, if you watch CL, you saw, had a really nice game where, really nice play rather, where the Echo was drive-bying around the map with CZ on the yellow. It's a Twitter clip. England was on the Echo at the time.
Maniacally giggling.
If they don't
As he was
rekindle,
essentially saying, CZ go kill.
if they don't rekindle that magic here, this game's over. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna call it right now. If that doesn't go their way, then nothing will. That's the one thing I would say. You know, it's
No,
going.
if it doesn't work, England 100% better put his phone on D&D or else he's getting that 3 a.m. Hey, I miss you, babe. Text from Gasher.
Which is very strange. I don't have expectations for the Aqualix team, but right now it's not looking too hot. Exile's waltzing around as the mute. There's mute jammers everywhere in positions across the map. But again, with Bastrap, I don't know, you might be able to just an EMP at him or something. You having problems. If it's really a crazy mute jammer. Which, yeah. Anyway, Kirat looking to contest tower. I mean, it looks like most of the attack for Soup's coming from tower, actually. A whole plethora of them, actually. We saw how, I mean, 2F did the same type of attack to deal with the roam. You just kind of air jab off this hallway here where you see Afer. Air jab that off. Or you just run at Hat and win the fight anyway. Who's, okay. Wrong neighborhood, Hat. But, yeah, I mean, what they can do is they can just air jab this if they haven't already. And then just kind of chill. Not much to defense can do. If they try to rotate attic, you see there's an attacker up there waiting for that. Someone's already in tower. Because, you know, they're taking tower. So this is less than ideal. I mean, Soup is literally, what? Who is that pushed up? Who is that maniac? I don't know who it is. Exile does get Snake, and it looks like it was Packrat who's pushed up, actually. So, despite what I said, you know, you can zone these guys off. They're just kind of challenging them, and it's still a 3 versus 3 despite that.
With Hard Reach still up, your Thatcher, and Nacho. Pretty solid trio to have. As opposed to, we got some Yokais. We got a Nitro Cell on the side of Exile, but more pre-fires coming out. Walt's narrowly missing that shot. But Nacho's going for the refrag. Gashers, he's able to finish off his kill earlier, but he's walking straight into a pinch. As one player can just pre-fire away. Exile takes out Nacho. It's actually pistoled out. I really expected Nacho to get the kill onto Exile, but instead Gasher and Exile both pick up a kill apiece. And it's a round that looked like would have been Soup. Instead it goes Aqualix.
That was a really awkward gunfight there, too, between the...
Yeah, those were very awkward. Nacho was inside of blue. I thought he was going to pinch, but instead he just ran into the site, I guess.
I think he just... Because, I mean, that round was just all over the place. I mean, I don't know where you start with it, but there was... The reason, I guess, they were all pushed up in the hallway is... Aqualix was still at large in meeting, and above in the hatch in meeting. So, maybe they felt the need to take control of meeting. And then they said, you know what, screw this. These guys are being weird. Let's just walk into the site. Which they obviously tried to do. And it wasn't for, I mean, a couple nearly missed shots here and there, honestly. And some heroics from Gasher, thankfully. I think Gasher has already matched his kill total from last map, if I'm not mistaken. So... that's
Ice cold emoji. I love just watching the chat sometimes. This is why I missed T3. It gets personal sometimes. In CL, you'll sometimes call the player bad. Like, oh, that was a stupid play. Like, man, you suck. Haha. But in T3, you don't attack the player in the lobby. You attack the man that's controlling the play. You go straight for the soul.
Well, once again, you did a whole... You were talking ahead about how Aqualix tried to go everywhere. Right now they're tower, clearing west over, and on the big window. Soup, that is.
Mm-hmm.
How does Aqualix respond to that? Nice shot on that drone. Hat.
Smoke.
I mean, he smoked the drone. All right, but look, Nacho's
But he
pushing up
clipped it.
Z. There's a push going on in tower. Soup is quite literally everywhere. Can Aqualix respond to this aggression? There's see damage and gunfire going back and forth across the map. Afer's going to join in on the fray. Again, there's rotations everywhere. I'm not sure if that attacker's actually in kitchen already to where they could hold that rotate. That's Snake, of course. Afer, yeah, he is. Look at this guy. This maniac. Nacho finds Afer, who was actually the one who was going to go to that rotate. Oh, Hat got really poor timing there. But will he secure him on the repeat? Nah, Packrat's just walking around. I guess he didn't air jab the bottom of the stairs. Probably just air jab something else. I don't know. Or didn't air jab at all. I actually couldn't tell you. All I know it's a 4v4. And once again, I'm not sure where the direction of the round is. Snake is below in meeting looking up. Usually this is inverse. You have an attacker worried about whether someone's going to shoot them from meeting. But it's literally in reverse right now. XRs finds Exile. I love saying that little matchup. And Hat barely gets away. And with Thunderbird, that means he's going to get away and survive with even more health. Maybe. Knock on wood. He's actively taking damage as I say that. Looks like an up white and a slight push with the tower mixed into it. Gasher in the mix of things. Actually, no, there's no tower pusher. They've all rotated big window and white stairs. As Smelma gets stuck on the window frame. And I guess when they destroy that single wall, that'll make things tougher for the player in dorms. If there's even a player there. Oh, yeah, it's Kid Hat. So I don't know how this round's going to manifest. A lot of window hoppage that Soup's trying to do. And I'm not sure if that's actually going to work. Even in a 3 versus 4. I say that, and well, CZ's just lining up the scoreboard. Just Snake, who rotated to kids' dorms for Fell and didn't get anything. Aqualix resisting 2 rounds in a row after losing 12 in a row to start this series, going back to invite quals. They finally run consecutive rounds, Connor.
Hey, maybe there's a breath of life. Maybe we accidentally got the bans wrong. I don't know. Both teams had a handshake before to be like, hey, we'll pick your map if you pick my map, and it'll be funny. Or maybe Soup are throwing for content. Give it a 2-1 for the storyline.
There's definitely some missteps. Usually you're taking tower. You know, you kind of make sure that your flanks are jabbed. I'm not sure where you put it. It's entirely possible that Soup is just moving at a level of momentum that even the Nomad can't keep up with, because he wasn't sure if they were going to push in a meeting, so maybe he didn't air jab the bottom flank. He air jabbed the top flank instead. I mean, Soup's just kind of going for it. Like I said, they're literally everywhere. Tower, big window, west over, walking through front
You only
split.
have 3 air jabs.
I mean, yeah, like, there's only so many flanks you can cover when you're literally attacking everything. So,
Like, what are you going to do? Put one Z and bottom basement stairs and green hall double and top main.
10 seconds
Like,
left before
that's too many air jabs.
5 seconds remaining.
there's actually too many flanks to cover. I mean, if anything, I'd be happy to see a gridlock added. I mean, the way that they're playing, I mean, it's like, it's literally too many flanks to watch. This is a site, though, that, I mean, I'm actually really interested to see what Soup's philosophy will be here, because, you know, there's some direct takes you can do here that involve a lot of misdirection, of course. And if I see Nacho shooting out that door, I don't know. I'm not sure what Nacho's thinking. Maybe they're actually more concerned about Gasher above in T3, and Gasher's really playing a dangerous game, because there's, I mean, the way that Soup's playing, I wouldn't want to be that guy up there. A-First here in assistance. Someone repelling on T2 window. I'm not sure who that is. Waltz taking some damage. A-First could just flop out of here if he wants, but he's going to opt to back up. Reaggress. Waltz just getting tagged again, but not dying. A-First going to die in T2. That's huge. Gasher is officially on an island. He's officially on Total Drama Island here. It's him against the world, and he knows that. Elevate charm in hand in support of England. On his Bonzi is Gasher. It stuns flying off the windows. Hat's there in assistance now, and it looks like someone, I believe, CC finding Pack Rat. It's just a full-blown battle for tower. Snake doesn't look up, and if he does, he just lost the fight to Gasher. And at the end of all this, it's a 2 versus 3 tower control for Soup. One way or another, we're gonna get tower, baby.
Yep.
And they do. Why is he repelling off that? You can
5
jump.
players have died at Camp Wawanakwa. You continue your Total Drama Island reference. But after all those trades have settled, Soup are at the advantage. Exile and CZ, they were the reinforcements brought over to try to just save Private Gasher. And it didn't work. They're both tagged up. Sure, so is Waltz, but Nacho and X-Stars, they're chilling. They have the air jab set up. They have a minute to work with Hard Breach and Thatcher combo. They can get this stage wall open, get a plant potentially. Exile's really going to have to be clinical with his smoke timing if he wants to stop this off. The first one thrown over towards Green Hall, that might be a waste.
Speaking of wasted, CZ, welcome to the GTA wasted screen. Just Exile, who's basically a one-tap to all these guns. He actually slams X-Stars. What are you thinking? But it's still a 1 versus 2 shotgun out. He could get that third, but Waltz. Again, he just had to hit a body shot. Unfortunately for Exile, he didn't have enough health. That could have been a clip R6, but it wasn't. Look, just a body shot. Unfortunately.
I really thought he got that.
You know, I mean, if he literally had more health, I think he does. If he could have eaten another shot from the thermite. Pow! Shotgun. Clip. Instead, Soup stops the bleeding. They take her out. First one of Oregon. Timeout. Because, you know, A-First said, you know what, I'm sick of this. You guys suck. I'm leaving. Just kidding.
Yep.
I think he just crashed.
Yeah, he probably just crashed.
But we do wait for him to come back. I mean, Aqualix is
But it
showing...
would be funny if he just left.
Aqualix,
That'd be
I mean,
comical.
it would be fitting, right? It really would. But Aqualix is showing some fight. on this map. Something that was just, I mean, you said we got the bands backwards. Who picked Clubhouse again?
No, I was saying that was a joke.
Afer's back, by the way.
Aqualix picked Clubhouse.
Yes, that was just
And
Mickey
got
Mouse.
waffle stomped on.
Why did they pick Clubhouse and they know
I don't
doggone
know.
well?
I don't know.
I mean, so they're just down a map. Maybe this map will actually be competitive because it's a map that they've played. Gasher has experience in liking, even if it's a little bit of experience. Because this is also a map, I mean, historically, Aqualix is, when Gasher is the captain, they don't really play it. And when they did, they kind of got slammed. So, well, here we are. They're up against Soup, who Soup was just toying with them on club. Will this lead hold, though, is the big question. We're seeing the same Echo Ella combo. It's the last round. I mean, it wasn't really necessary to win the round. We might see the little roam game come out here as we jump back into things.
Yeah, we saw it work once, but it wasn't necessarily the roam that was successful. It was the anchor play. It was Exile and Gasher thrown in a clutch situation. Both of them got a couple of frags to their name. And right now they're tied with CZ for top frag. Afer really has not done a whole lot today. Really shut down early, dying first, untraded. Really unfortunate to see. Maybe if him and Hat were a little bit more together on their roam instead of, you know, being separated. That good old Pengu 5-second rule to try to get that trade ability. So a defender going 1-for-1, that's not bad. That's not bad. You can mitigate the bleeding, you know, really stop it and be like, okay, yeah, we traded Afer for X-Stars or for Nacho or CZ just killing Pack Rat, but it's a Russian blue.
So I'm not quite sure who to hand the victory over to. I guess Soup, but not really, because
Yeah, not really.
yeah, never mind. I had to recalibrate my brain. Soup is on the right, not the left. Yes, so Soup, they've established control of bunker. I mean, in that regard, they were successful. It's just there's literally like 3 other steps after this that are actually impossible now.
Mm-hmm.
Even with someone like Snake leading the way, this is quite difficult to overcome. If Aqualix lost this round, it would actually be the most impressive loss I've ever seen.
I was about to say, I wouldn't say never.
We've
seen some.
They have no map control. Okay, I guess they have elbow.
Yeah, they have elbow and a pathway into sight. Drone confirmation that one is laundry. Now drone confirmation that one is tower stairs.
I mean, if Snake just slams this guy on the stairs, there's a chance.
Mm-hmm.
It is Kid Hat, who is the Jaeger here. Grenade, okay, or that can happen. Afer just stands there. And honestly, Hat may have eaten a headshot there. He's probably like, oh my god, it's Snake. He pressed tab and realized, oh, it's Snake, and then he died in that exact moment. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. I said that had to be a biblical throw, and, well, it isn't really. Honestly, Soup, that's just really nice gameplay from Snake. They're going to drone out Exile, who almost clutched last round. Keep that in mind. He's hot. He's feeling it right now. He's got the same kit as well. SMG-11 and a shotgun and a dream. He just needs to tag these guys up slightly. Gets tagged up himself. Doesn't need a whole lot to finish both of them off. It's Snake peeking the long haul there, I believe. Diffuser, so...
Don't peek that.
The plant's actually not going to go down in this moment. It's going to go down now. They're going to rotate.
He has a nitro.
He does have the nitro. And in 40 seconds, it's a lot of time for each team to kind of think about what they want to do and how they want to do it. I mean, Snake still... if anything, I would drop it and give it to X-Stars. Make him plant. It looks like X-Stars is going to be tasked with covering. Exile knows he's covering from the left side. C4 is going to fly out. That's going to kill Snake. No, it won't. How? How did that not... What is the game sense from Snake? The game sense to move. The headphones to hear the tape ripping. And that's what allows Surf to take what was... Listen, any other team loses that round. Any team without Snake, if Snake had died during the rush, that round doesn't happen. Yep. But Snake says, I'm going to throw this grenade, triangulate it onto Afer, and then just, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure Hat, he said, oh my God, it's Snake. And he just, the moment was too big for him. He backed up. If it was anyone else, he would have been confident holding the stairs like that, but it was Snake, so he lost the fight. Lost the round. Exile couldn't clutch up for the second round in a row. There it is.
Protect your bombs
Yeah,
from being defused
that
by
is really rough because that's one in the VOD review later tonight. Aqualix are going to look back and be like, man, how did we throw that?
Water view. At this point,
No,
you
it's
might as
probably
well
going to
just
be, it's
throw the
probably
tape
actually
out.
going to be, I lost gifts and then going dark.
Yeah, and then just going to bed. Because
Yeah.
honestly, what do you say about that? Like, that round was literally Snake just being superior. Which, listen, Connor, are you listening?
I'm listening.
Are you listening to me?
I am listening.
At one point in time, I still do. That faith this Aqualix team is, I mean, individually, the talent's there.
must locate
It is.
and defuse a bomb.
But when Snake, and despite that belief, right, someone like Snake just walks in and makes them look like puppies in the rain, puppies fresh out of a soapy little bath. I'm not sure if even a team as talented as Aqualix can fight back enough to win this game. Gasher's holding a, I mean, that's a testament to how well Snake is playing, basically. Gasher's like, I gotta do something. Like, at this point, we literally can't win a, what was it, a 4v? I don't even know what it was. A 4v2?
3v2, but with both one player on like 10 HP.
And they had, I mean, it's just inexplicable. Gasher's just kind of running around hoping to get something going. CZ as well. And honestly, the last round is just not registering to me that happened, but here we are.
Yeah. But right now, there's actually a slow push coming out of Soup, where they're starting to kind of poke and prod just a little bit. As soon as I say that, they jump in to Armory and start pushing up inside a trophy. There's a slight extension from the Aqualix defenders, but it seems to have peeled back as soon as the pressure was applied from that eastern side of the map. Instead, it will be kind of replaced with crossfires inside of the bomb site and a whole bunch of them as the breach and gen window open simultaneously. There will now be multiple avenues in the way to the site.
Gasher is standing in front of the breach. Two of them standing for three in front of the breach. Okay,
Oh
Waltz for
my
three.
goodness.
The three Aqualix players just standing there. So now 4. Wah! Waltz. It's just Afer. Blink. It's just
Afer got his first kill, but Waltz is about to get his 10th.
Lord have mercy. It's Snake and Waltz who just got a 4K. Who do you have? Afer on 1 kill, Waltz who just got a 4K, and Snake who's just on 1 the whole series. Who do you have winning this 1v2, Connor? I want to bet right now. Afer?
$10 Soup.
I bet you a penny in my pocket that Afer cannot win this one. But let's see. Flashbang flying out. Snake. Not going to be planning this time. He's going to be the one with the gun. Takes out the shield. That's one thing Afer had going for him that has now been removed. He still has Thunderbirds overhealing him. But it doesn't seem to matter when the other two are just hitting headshots. Like, there's 20 seconds left. That's also something in Afer's favor. And it looks like Soup's just kind of choking up a little bit here. Not sure what they want to do. Not sure where Afer is. Waltz pushes through with the diffuser, actually. Nearly dies to Afer. And it looks like they're going for the 3-2-1 peek. He downs Snake, but Waltz, you're out of bullets. This is the ace on the line. It's either an ace or a lead for Aqualix. Waltz, he knows Afer's teched in the corner, and Waltz with the ace. I can't believe the level of thermite play we are seeing in SCS throughout this entire stage thus far. Unbelievable. Waltz just adding on to the highlights. An ace from the thermite.
That was
What is that?
handbook clip.
Come on.
That was, I mean, to be fair, I also have never seen a thermite hard peek the breach as it opens. So
Have you ever seen someone stand in front of it?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. That was my next point. Was I've also
Gashoku?
never seen Gash Dog try to be the most athletic he's ever been and sprint through a breach and just get smoked by the thermite, and then everybody just not looking at it. And it's like, oh, okay. I'm gonna scoop my freebies. My name is Waltz.
Connor, man. Thermite hard holding the. I mean, you're thermite.
Hey,
you
I
open
mean,
it. What else
Waltz
are you
has
looking
a
at?
Z in his name for every kill he got last round.
Yeah. But, yeah. I mean, not just calling someone else a brick. He's like 2 and 5. It's like, I don't know what's going on. But all I know is, you know, yeah, I mean, I get it. Running through the thermite breach was a play like, I mean, I guess
Year
it still
one,
is.
season 2.
Yeah, it was like a play like when dinosaurs roam the earth. But nowadays, you have 2 drones. You've got
Oh, so when you played PO.
literally, I mean, I did it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, come on, man. The last person I would do that against is Snake when he just basically 1v3'd me. I just wouldn't consider. But here we go. The momentum has again shifted in favor of Soup. Coming from front door. A lot of them. Looks like at least 4 or 5 of them. Armory repel. Gasher C. Quacha. Blows up the window frame. Property damage, but no kill. Exile's gonna die immediately as smoke to Pack Rat. And I think it's safe to say Aqualix is not feeling themselves. Gasher's, again, holding down this position aggressively, something he's known for. He's just looking up. Oh, if he had a kill, I mean, I
was
think
a
he would've-
freebie.
Yeah, he would have had that guy dropping surely, right?
Oh, yeah.
Missed
He was
opportunity.
reloading.
Hats out there as well. Kill
Just
him!
peek. Oh my god.
Now Aqualix is petrified. You see, it's the effect. Snake wins a couple rounds like that. You just don't want to peek anymore.
$10 they request the moss too.
I will be watching the team chats for that one. That's for sure. The Gasher is just like, just give it up. At this point, Soup actually has Aqualix off their game.
Oh yeah. They are
100%.
in the head rent free. It is a nice penthouse on the Miami skyline.
Oh yeah,
Beautiful.
on the 30th floor,
Yup. Overlooking the beach.
like 40,000 square feet, just on the
Yeah.
10,000th floor,
Like-
just rent free in their heads.
Yep. 20K a month rent.
20K a week.
20K a week.
Just ridiculous. So this time, no one runs out the breach. Looks like Gasher has
That's-
decided
You know, round of
Progress.
applause for Aqualix. They're improving.
progress, right?
That's all we can ask.
It's progress.
Progress. But Snake, he's cutting off Z, and with 45 seconds left, it's just who's more patient out of him and Afer. Afer has to move in order to make a play. But right now, with Snake just sitting there, he's in the positive. He knows that he's isolated out in engagement. He's going to swing out, and he takes out Afer's. Walt's on the breach, his patented spot. That tuck corner is now called Walt's spot as Pack Rat is taking some shots over towards CZ, but it's actually the native Snake from down below as Pack Rat takes out Gasher. It's almost a flawless round until it became a JV4 with 1 kill traded back immediately by Nacho and a 4-2 attacking split on Oregon. Definitely has Aqualix shaking like Jamaicans.
Well, it is officially gone to poop. Pack Rat is in gold. Pack Rat is asserting his dominance. Waltz, R6. Actually, what's his Twitter? I wonder if he's one of those who just throws R6 after it or if it's something else. But
Who?
Waltz. You know, we were talking about natural and you know, like tones and maniac. Like,
It is
He's up there.
Waltz F's biddies.
I see.
I wish it was Waltz Waltz R6.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very, we can market that Twitter. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely marketable.
That's really marketable.
Very marketable.
I can market this 4-2 lead over a CL team, though, at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, I think if I could change my vote, I would. But I can't.
I would as well. I should have taken in I thought maybe Aqualix had changed. I'm like,
thought too.
in my head, I'm like, it's a pug stack. They just got FPL queened on. I'm like, maybe it can change. We see the map bans. I'm like, maybe they know something I don't. But the answer to both of those questions are no. They did not change, and they do not know something that I know.
It's just copium at this point. I think that we
It
have
is
towards Aqualix.
massive amounts of copium. This is
No
Nacho
drone.
getting aggro and
Oh, there it
absolutely
is.
baptizing Afers. Get out of his lobby at this point.
I
Nacho
was-
runs this Z Hall.
I was gonna say Afer, like, he has the advantage. He knows he's here. He still lost the fight. Afer was actually backing up like he was looking there and he just still lost. That's how you know.
If you back up, you lose the gunfight.
Yeah,
if you're
like-
backing up, you're gonna lose.
This is, yeah. I was gonna say, oh, maybe there's no drone. No, there was a drone. He just still died, actually. Sometimes, you know, it's just, it is what it is. Soup. Looking to just put it down already. Aqualix. I already at a 5 versus 3. This is just shades of Clubhouse where I think they got one attack and it wasn't all that convincing, to be real with you. Electric Claw gonna fly out on the single wall, of all things. And once again, Aqualix, before they ever get down to the E phase,
The attacker's bomb diffuser has
they're already down half the freaking team. More than that,
More
actually.
than half.
Gasher,
Yes.
the only one who could kill anything thus far, is also dead. Kill anything in a meaningful, I guess, point in the round. Here we are. Titles, not title, excuse me. Pack Rat, formerly of title. Gash, or rather, Exile thinks something's up. Oh, what a drone
Yep,
throw.
that was a bait.
Yeah, Pack
He
Rat.
threw that and just held. He knew.
What are you doing, Pack Rat?
That's the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah, I mean, really good, because Exile had no other chance in the gunfight anyway. Still somewhat doable, 2 versus 4, but I mean, CZ's basically a tap from dying, and he's pushing Freezer, which literally, like, works about 2% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how it goes.
attackers recovered the diffuser.
Yep, CZ needs to try to hold this cross for as long as possible, but as soon as that happens, X-Stars just goes massive from the shield. 2 kills for the price of none. And now a lot of rounds to Soup, and not a whole lot for Aqualix. 5-2.
And I also said earlier on, Soup, those first 2 rounds, the 2 that they lost, I'm going to be frank. I'm going to be real. I'm going to keep it chief with you, real.
Mm-hmm.
Soup lost those 2 rounds pretty much to overconfidence.
Yeah.
They're just
I-
kind of walking around, not really thinking about it. They're just kind of walking around because they know they're going to probably win anyway. That's pretty much how I could chalk the 2 rounds Aqualix has won up to. They just kind of, Soup was just like, yeah, whatever. These guys suck. Like, let's just walk around.
Attackers need to
Do what we want to do. Let's take literally everything. It didn't work a couple rounds. Otherwise, yeah. It's been all Soup. Again, I think map 1 was like a 7-1, 7-2. Didn't feel like it. Felt like a 7-0. This map,
It did.
same thing. It's Soup has been in the driver's seat every round. Even the 3 versus 2, they were somehow in the driver's seat of that one.
Yeah,
Because
it doesn't make sense. It defies all logic. But this is the timeline that we're currently living in.
5 seconds remaining.
Some broth and extra ingredients
Objective is to locate a bomb and
is beating a Challenger League team.
this isn't a complicated soup, right?
Probably
This
not.
isn't a Michelin star soup.
It's
here.
not like we're getting some lobster bisque out here, you know?
This is Campbell's chicken noodle soup,
This is Campbell chicken noodle. We're not getting Italian
and
wedding
it's not even
soup.
it's not even a
Like,
rare flavor. It's just
It's
like
just-
it's just chicken.
okay, but the thing is, chicken noodle soup does hit.
Yeah, simple. The simple things work really
Yep,
well.
there's
All
beauty
soup-
and simplicity.
all these
and
guys
right
are
now,
doing simple
For
stuff.
soup, it's Shift W. It's the aggression that Aqualix just cannot seem to get the hang of. Waltz talked about it in his interview. Why are we going to try to play their game? We have to force them to try to play ours. They're being so unpredictable. Aqualix is lost. They need a map. They're confused. And it is not looking pretty.
I don't think they need a map. I think they need a therapy session at this point. It's not a question of like, do they know what's going on? I think they're just mentally broken. I'm watching a broken team right now. Waltz, the guy who dominated the breach previously, is holding it down as smoke. Nacho Cheese, just kind of existing. Meeting, I'm sure there's no one from Aqualix that will kill him. They're all kind of coming from one direction and all from Master. This usually isn't a good sign. Did they even get into tower yet? No. Again, stark contrast to Soup, who just takes control of the whole map, full confidence, kill everything. Look, someone's holding this flank, and it's still going to be a C4. Blow it up, Pack Rat!
Boom!
Pack
You
Rat,
let him escape.
Pack Rat's in a silly, goofy mood and didn't blow it up. I don't know why he waited. There was
He
literally a live
wanted to
ping.
give Gasher hope just so he can shatter it later. It's the long con.
I mean,
Snake is getting
unfortunately,
aggro.
fortunately for Pack Rat, that could have been a kill. I mean, he needs one. He's like the only one on his team, like, not really doing anything. Snake. I mean, these guys, look at this. They know that Aqualix just doesn't have it in him. They're pushed up on the breach with no fear. I say that Exile gets a kill on Nacho. I said Nacho would be doing things. No one would kill him, and he's the first one to die. Hat pushes through on a Snake. That was the guy on the breach. Waltz is going for a flank as Smoke. Usually this doesn't end well. It never does. Okay. Sometimes it does, actually. 4 versus 2. Pack Rat, close on the breach. Again, keep it in mind, Aqualix isn't pushing anywhere else. This might work out for Pack Rat, but the reaction time is not there. It's a 1 versus 3 for X-Stars. I've seen this before in Challenge League before. From a guy named Bales, but X-Stars is not Bales. It's easy.
The Bales clutch, that is a call.
Yeah, that
That
was
is
funny.
a throwback, CJ.
Yeah, well.
Very first North American Challenger League play of the day.
Dang, really? Is that far?
It was that was stage 1. Bales
Dang.
them got railed.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off the evil I put on False's name though, because did we literally watch Poison earlier? Flank of Smoke.
Yeah.
It worked.
Mm-hmm.
So I apologize profusely to Waltz with 5 Z's for sleeping on you. But nonetheless, Soup, I don't know, that round was kind of screaming missed opportunity. I mean, Aqualix, that was the most tail tucked between my legs push I think I've ever seen. They just pushed Master and Trophy Door.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Connor. No one was tower. I didn't see a big window hop in or anything. They just kind of played the breach and played for the flank and sat in classroom reading books. Whoever was
I
thinking.
mean, love or hate.
It worked.
That was the most successful attack that we have seen out of Aqualix.
Yeah, and also keep in mind what Soup is doing. You saw Snake on the breach just standing there. I'm telling you, they don't fear Aqualix.
And CJ.
They don't fear them.
That's what I was just about to say. They're about to do the same gosh dang thing again.
They don't.
Hitting the Drake movement back to back.
It's like you're playing like pickup basketball, and you know the guy can't guard you, so you're just shooting whatever. You're just chunking up threes, trying to cross him over. Look at this. Look at Nacho. Nacho has done absolutely diddly poo for most of the game, but look at him. He's confident enough to peek out. Nacho's really good, by the way. I hyped him up. He was a critical point, but he's been quiet. He just hadn't do anything. It's Waltz.
Waltz is stealing the kills on hard support.
Nacho's just here, like, talking in the chat. Like, he's talked in the chat more than he's killed something. He has more chat messages than kills. And it's working.
That should be a requirement. For every chat message you send, you should have to have a kill. Like, to use the all chat. Like, so, Waltz, he can send 10 messages.
What is this little dynamic?
Afer can only respond once.
I mean, Afer can just... Afer needs to turn chat off after this.
Yeah.
What is happening? Exile's sitting out here by himself waiting for something. And then you've got Snake over there by himself waiting for something. Is he going to blow Hat up? Yeah. Blast his teammate for 10 damage.
Just for the gigs.
I'm not laughing.
Packrat coming from below. It's up to CZ to make sure that this Nitro doesn't go off and decimate his team inside of Master. He knows that one's in split. Packrat seems to have an idea that there's a player either Z or in classroom. I don't think he can decipher quite which area it is. Holding definitely a lot more passive as drone intel is going in towards the bomb site. One of these players is eventually going to move, but it's actually the Aqualix attackers that are starting to push forward over onto the board door. But the Toxic Waves will kind of stall that for now. We'll see the stalemate return once again downstairs right next to classroom. All the players are still there. One from basement stairs and one in split and one in classroom. It's just a triangle. And we'll see what happens. Eventually. Maybe.
You see, Aqualix is aware that someone's flanking. Z-Ping came out. Whether they stay aware throughout the entirety of the round is another thing. C4 flies out. I'm not sure if that's connected to Snake getting down or not. Packrat not having the luck there in Classroom with the C4s, or just in general as he loses his life. A trade from Nacho, and he's still going to be alive on this flank. He's going to have to be really quickly. He looks like he's going for floor hole shots instead, because this round is actually coming in favor of Aqualix. You see, maybe a little bit of overconfidence from Soup is costing him a little more rounds than they'd like. Plant going down in the smoke, trying to Stewie 2K it, but he can't even find his way through. This is somehow winnable for Aqualix. They're keeping it simple, and it's actually working dividends for our boys in blue, as they finally seemingly have some fight in them. This series has been one-sided up until the past couple rounds. Aqualix showing they're not going the way of the waves just yet.
Attacker sided Oregon, maybe.
Okay, that's reaching.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully Soup realizes that, hey, if we don't push them, they're not going to push us. So in all honesty, if they just sat in the bomb site, reclined in their chairs, and just put their feet up, probably get around based on time. Because unless there is a defined opening for Aqualix, they're just poking and prodding, waiting for Soup to give them something, then capitalizing off of a pick to create that opening. It's just, hey, let's open up a breach. Let's just hold some angles. Eventually a dude's skull's gonna pop in it. Hope you hit it. If we do, boom, we explode.
Is this the first time Soup's played the basement, or am I just like in a daze?
I don't know. I might be in a daze as well.
5 seconds left.
I mean, to be fair, this has been a perturbing series for one team. Aqualix showing some fight now, though, and Soup's gonna have to tighten it up. You know, they gave away a couple rounds at the beginning of the game. Okay, now Snake is serious. We saw a double kill here earlier from Silent Ian's. Just kidding, Snake's not Silent Ends, but Nacho's there. Nacho gets a double kill instead, but he doesn't get the kill because he didn't actually finish A4, even though there's no one else there from Aqualix. He can just finish him, because this is what you said on Clubhouse previously. CDAPS. Aqualix coming from everywhere, but they're not as good at it as Soup is. Looks like he's actually going to use the Finka to revive Afer across the map in Bluetooth reviving system.
Bluetooth res.
Which means that
it's not Blu-rays. Blu-rays.
I mean, Aqualix is ahead in this round, right? I mean, technically, somewhat, slightly, by about 10 HP, but they are ahead.
Yeah, Nacho was flashing. Afer is not. So no juggling of the Cade Claws. The frontside hatch will open with the patented Thermture duo. X-Stars not quite on max level of Cade, but still been doing pretty solid for himself. 7 and 6. Not too shabby, but a lot of pressure is gonna be on Waltz because, hey, Snake's dead. Nacho's not on a whole lot of HP. Somebody has to step up in this round, and it's probably going to be your Malusi playing concrete block over towards Gold Hall, especially as all the blue outlines rotating to this side is very indicative of the Freezer main push that's slowly surmounting.
Tell Waltz just wants to go Nuki, which he did before.
He has
He's the guy with the ace right now. But does he have the ace up his sleeve again to shut down a 3-man Freezer push? Grenades flying, X-Stars. No, actually, the grenade targeted close and not far, and double door may have spared Decay's life. They don't know Waltz is here. Flicks back and forth, the 2 versus 2 at the end of it, though, and the hit point on the side of Aqualix. Gasher kind of concerned about pushing the front Exile and Freezer now, and I'm sure the defenders know that could be a possibility. So this is interesting. It's pretty much a cross, but it's a bunch of people not knowing where each other are, basically. Will Exile look left or will he look towards the front? He has no idea of knowing the tactical situation. It's very precarious. Nacho scared to peek, probably because he's low on HP. And Exile actually isn't covering Gasher based on where he is. Giving away his position, X-Star, what are you shooting at? He shoots at nothing, which prompts Exile to run in. And X-Star's ADHD shot might give an opening to Aqualix to win this round. Kate's going to have to clutch up now. C4 flying out. Again, property damage. No kill. Doesn't exactly know where Exile is. He just knows where his teammate was flanked upon. But other than that, this is looking like an Aqualix round unless Soup can just will the most ridiculous clutch in history out. He could perhaps catch Exile. He doesn't check the corner. Doesn't know Exile's there, and Exile just
Sneak 100.
I mean, honestly, what is the K shooting at there?
Yeah, that was
Exile had no clue.
perturbing.
Exile's just like, oh man, we're gonna lose this round, man. He's just sitting there, doesn't know what he wants to look at. And then he's shooting at nothing. Okay, I know you're over there. I know your teammate's hiding in a corner with 1 HP. GG. We could see map 3. And I'm gonna be honest, I was packing it in 3 rounds ago. Like, I was making plans for dinner, CDAFs. I thought this one was over. But Aqualix showing that a simplistic approach is what you do against such a mobile and nimble team that is Soup.
go for the knees.
Attackers need to locate and
Just run the ball, you know?
Yep.
Quit
Grab
the,
the gut.
quit the double
No
passes.
fancy half flip. You don't need the fullback dive, halfback toss. You don't need none of that fancy stuff. We don't need no halfback sweeps. Need just good old fashioned handoff down the middle.
Or vertical.
Treat every down like it's 3rd and inches.
It's working. I mean, quite frankly, a little bit of a missed opportunity, Nacho. Maybe if he had finished off that Ayana and didn't lose so much health, you know, coin flip. Maybe that round goes a little differently, but instead, it started strong but didn't finish the same way. And Soup once again trying to pull out a round on basement. Notice how the chat has stopped. Everyone has kind of calmed down a little. You think all chat is like a copium way of like relaxing, getting into the mood of the game?
It's like catharsis.
Yeah, like it's kind of just.
No, maybe.
It's like therapeutic in a way. Everyone just like, you suck, you're gold, blah blah, and then they just like eventually, you know. I'm thinking that's what happened. It looks
I think
like
it might be.
I mean, everyone
It
looks a little
definitely
more settled.
could be.
Everyone looks more settled.
What are the odds that Nacho gets both of these kills?
Yeah, because they're dry peeking. They're dry peeking and hoping for a trade, and Nacho just
unlucky.
gets Nacho cheese
Drone activated.
obliterated.
Yep.
I don't know, this game's kind of spiraling out of control for Soup a little bit. Maybe Aqualix. Yeah, Aqualix has had enough of the slander. Enough of getting just pushed around. It's time to fight back. 4 versus 5. Minute 40. You lose one of your star players. Nacho has the superstar trait, and he's dead.
He does indeed. Once again, we can call upon Waltz to try to pick something up, but it was nearly X-Star's last time around, and this freezer push was able to do a lot of damage. Waltz pushing back on the back pillar side. The rest of the team for Soup are just locked up inside of the bomb site, trying to play passive. They know that the game just boils down to trades. It's not going to go into their favor, but 1 kill untraded will be X-Stars onto CZ. Still a minute left. More nades are being extended, and gone 6 onto the Banshee. As some quick peeks are coming out, Aver's unable to land the shots, trying to give his team any edge for them to flood off, but it's actually going to be a trade. The Kid Hat and X-Stars both land their first bullet, and it's down to a 3v3, CJ.
3v3, and again, who knows what? Do they have the AWACS view? We know Afer knows someone's tucked in this corner, but do they know how Waltz is going to play this close corner? We saw him get a kill in a trade situation before, but he could go either bigger or smaller, depending on how this round plays out. They know Snake's here. Snake knows he's found out. They know he's there, and they still lose the gunfight. They still lose that gunfight, and that might be what loses them the game. Somehow, Snake, despite the fact that literally everyone on the map knew he was stuck in that corner, still finds a way to 1-for-1, still finds a way to get trades from his teammates. And I say trades, there were no trades. That was just all soup at the end. Match point. They stopped the bleeding yet again. This game's just been kind of a sliding mud puddle.
Map point, match point,
Series.
both. Aqualix, they're looking down a potential. You said slippery slope, but now if you think about it this way, Aqualix, they'll play achieved, correct? Or no, they would play eclectic. Right?
No, save that for the graphic afterwards.
My bad.
So that,
Memorizing the groups is hard.
yeah, I gave
It's
up like,
difficult.
immediately.
And defuse as
And
many
that's hard.
as they can.
I mean, at this
Yeah.
point, I just, you know,
We just wait. to do
you
the
just wait to
analysis.
see. So Fermi shows us the graphic, and then I know what's going on. I'm sure that's how, you know, most people feel, like visual learners, right? People don't remember this. Oh, you're
Yeah.
group E and group Q. All I know is Soup is on match point, and they are looking to further perpetuate the narrative that T3 is superior and that we're all stupid for voting for Aqualix. Now, there's a chance
10 seconds to go.
Soup can this can go to OT, right? Soup
5 seconds.
is playing a tertiary site.
Attacker's objective is to locate the bomb.
And CJ, I was right.
Eclectic.
Yep. Eclectic and one shot is the rest of the group.
Yeah, Fermi says, do your homework. My fault, OG.
That's on me, boss.
I'll remember all 700 teams in SES, Fermi, and where they're grouped. I don't need the bullying from you. All I know is, yeah, here we go, though. Back in the round. Regardless of who plays who after this, Aqualix has a big problem. And clearly
Kid
that
Hat
problem
is down.
The Finka.
Picked up.
Finka boost. That's really clutch, actually, because I was about to say, like, they're really about to start this round down again, which has just been a theme through 2 maps. Just opening kills, opening double kills for Soup. Like, Packrat's looking to do something. Packrat's like, just
Can
traffic
hit a
coning.
wimpy level dome shot.
He could.
Could.
See a lot of Ronies despite the nerf, so interesting that
Yeah, I don't think the nerf was
yeah,
that
it's,
much.
it's not what we thought
Still
it
a
was.
good gun. Like,
Well,
you just
no.
can't run through 3 people in one mag. You can only get 2.
I mean, this attack doesn't seem very inspired.
Started off inspired, slightly athletic, but the violence, the speed, and the momentum all died with Kid Hat's first life. But now it's revived as Snake falls at the hands of CZ. Packrat's on the flank. He has the suppressor. CZ doesn't see it coming. The DMR right to the dome. Evens up the man count. It gets some really good map control back for the Soup defenders.
Packrat looking to further instigate. The silencer, it's covering up the fact that he shot the drone. Okay, they know he's there now.
Could have been crazy.
Packrat is very much trying to sow confusion. And again, this is a minimal take, as this is minimal as it gets. They're just kind of walking in lobby, hoping to find a pick. They've managed to take out the raid boss. Snake is down. That is huge. But again,
It's X
Waltz-
Stars and Waltz this game.
Yeah, I mean, Waltz, I mean, everybody, it's safe to say, is a quality player. You know, let's not just crown Snake. You know, everyone in here is a threat.
Bomb has been located.
Aqualix just going for a direct plant. It might work if no one swings the... They do swing the stage. They're just getting slammed. Hat and Afer shutting them down. But it is a 2 versus 2, ladies and gentlemen. Diffuser down. Nacho on the flank. But do they know? It looks like Afer
They have
is
to know.
staring intently at the main stairs.
Defenders have located
Nacho gets tagged up but not finished. I can't see a world where... I said this before. I can't see a world where Aqualix loses this one. Afer's got a lot of information. And he's actually getting tagged up quite a bit. Nacho wins that gunfight. I cursed him again. It's a 1 versus 1. 1 HP versus 1 HP. But does he know he's prone? He gets the call that he's prone, but he doesn't win the gunfight. We're going to overtime. And yes, I almost cursed Aqualix for like the third time.
Wow. That was
way too close.
a lot closer than it should have been.
I mean, Afer is just... Listen, I'm used to Afer being automatic, okay? Like, you know? Look at you just kind of waltzing around, like... I don't know. I'm used to him being just... on demon time, 24/7.
Yep.
But like it or not, it is overtime. And quite frankly, map 3 is not conducive to soup and their style. It's cafe. And if we go there, I really like Aqualix's chances in a 3-map scenario. So
Yep.
This
Soup
suddenly-
struggled last time they played it.
yeah, this suddenly went from
The slider bar is slowly drifting.
that next gen stats win percentage,
Yep.
like chance, is
It's
ever so slightly.
drifting away. Wave
I mean,
after wave.
Part of it, Snake he's not completely cool off. Obviously, he almost has 10 kills, but he's not like.
But he's
just-
not World Eater Snake.
And he's not like world starring them every round like what's happening on
Yeah.
clubs. So this is doable.
He's
But
not hitting
again-
the Orochimaru summon. That giant snake.
5 seconds left
Yeah.
before insertion.
He's like a garden snake, right? And let's still give him like...
Objective is
Yeah, that's like way too much of a drop off. What? He
Yeah,
went
that's what I was
from-
gonna say. He's like... He's still like a boa constrictor. Still big.
I think he's an anaconda.
Give him an anaconda.
Either way, Soup gets 2 defenses, and that's probably the one thing going in their favor. So otherwise, Aqualix is the fact that they're showing fight now means a lot. It means a lot of different things. So, and they're all good things. Snake's just lurching around. Again, this isn't a complex setup. He's just kind of walking around, literally. Like, do you see any mute jammers? Do you see a
Nope.
Mozzie? Look at the clones just in the middle of the hallway. This isn't deep. This
Nope.
isn't rocket surgery. They're just kind of sitting
This is
around
just
the map.
Nacho.
Just Nacho.
Yeah, Nachos are not that deep.
There you go. Snake's just
But
dead.
CZ runs.
There's soft walls everywhere. No drone denial. He's dead instantly. Looks like his teammate might get cut off as well. No, that's just the smoke who's dead in freezer. Thanks to CZ, who's actually woken up. This is the CZ we hype up. 15 kills for
Yep.
him. He's actually become the MVP of the game. We're at a 5v3 now. And suddenly, Aqualix winning and getting map 3 just became as real as it's ever been in this entire series.
Yes, it has. This flank from Nacho was gonna have to go massive, or that swing from X Stars over towards the gold home. Right now, we're waiting on the alibi, still being hunted on the roam, but Afer's gonna clean him up. It's a 5v2. Almost all the health is unblemished. Except CZ, he's taking a little bit of damage. Exile no longer has any of the nano surges, so he'll remain slightly under 100, but with a minute and 10 left to work with, there's 3 EMPs, a whole bunch of utility, nades, smokes, everything you could possibly want for a front take, plus that +3 man advantage. Dare I say, it would be a biblical throw from Aqualix to lose this.
You do have 2 of the better performers for Soup alive, but it's a trade. Even just walls. Red dot MP5 in hand, he gets 1. This guy's aced before. It won't be an ace, but it would be a 4K to save his team this time. Aqualix pushing deep into the side now, and probably aware that he could just be flanking and doing it. That's Knife of the Bulletproof Camp's gonna give him a little bit of info, and he has info on the player in tower as well. Live pings. Gonna just cross. Whoever that is, just let him cross. It's gonna deny the plant. Somehow, Waltz has made this winnable. But his position's known, and he's in a really tough spot. An elbow, but with the diffuser in full view from where he's standing, he can honestly deny the plant multiple times over. They have to push for the kill. 1 versus 1. Where are you at, Hat? You can't plant. You have to kill the Malusi. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe this. I
We are 2
cannot
for 2 on
believe
saying this.
that
We are 2
Aqualix...
for 2 on saying that.
No way that Aqualix lost that round.
I'm in awe.
Who was
Right
that
here,
Thatcher?
I said
Who
that
was
might be the
Thatcher?
most
Who let him cross?
Hat.
Connor! How?
I don't. I said the words
Why did you say that?
because.
No,
Good soup.
I don't think you understand.
Good
Listen,
soup.
if you know me and Connor, if you know me, I say biblical for everything. It's a joke. It's a funny word to say biblical. That, when I say that was biblical,
That was Old and New Testament level biblical.
that was. I need a new word. I need a new word now. Biblical isn't good enough to describe that. That is ridiculous.
What is? I'm gonna Google a synonym of biblical for you. Ah, ecclesiastical.
10 seconds to go.
I'll copy and paste it for you. You
I
can try to sound it out.
Before insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
no matter what God you pray to, that was godlike. That was theological. From Waltz, who has overtaken CZ for God of the game. Okay.
Yep. Now that is 2 huge rounds from Walt. An ace and a 1v4. 9 of his 17 kills in 2 rounds.
Bomb located by
And that
attackers.
ace was an ace that ended in a 1v1, by the way. He's just ice in the veins. And oh no. Exile typed.
I mean, the
That
one
is
person
unfortunate.
who's, I mean, between Afer and Packrat for, you know, the dweller of the round, the game, a swing city from Gasher that looks like Aqualix not going quietly. Looking like it's going to be 7-7, but if you know anything about this match that we've just watched, Waltz and Snake are more than capable of winning this single-handedly.
And you have X stars too. That's a big X factor.
Yes, I'm just casually forgetting. This nade could be a good start at that. Grenade flies out, doesn't kill anybody. Nearly does. But this isn't a game of nearly. Another one flies out and nearly blows himself up. But he lives. Face full of shrapnel, and he's going to work his way towards tower to try to find some sort of opening. Walt's got his ace off of this breach before, which of course is going to prompt 2 Aqualix defenders to peek it, stacked on each other. We're going to win the gunfight, CZ and friends. And this one, even I don't think even Snake and X stars can do this. 5v2, and I mean if Aqualix, okay.
Changing mag.
Afer, fresh out of the shower, butt cheeks freshly shined. He's going to expose them to the Iana just walking around the map. But it's still a 4 versus 2. Where surely, with overhealed Gasher,
Dare I say,
surely
it
this
would
is
take a
impossible.
biblical throw from Aqualix to lose this.
Well, yeah. It really would, wouldn't it? Snakes on
It
white.
would.
Got one pushed in the door. And that one is Snake coming up white. And he's gonna die. No
Good
throw
job.
this time. Aqualix probably could have won this game a million times over if they just closed out rounds. But it's going all the way, folks. 7-7 to decide a map 3 where Aqualix could have a very real chance of taking the series after being down and about. So let's see how it goes, though. This is another defense for Soup. That's their advantage. They get defense first. And they get it 2
But
times.
is that even much of an advantage?
It should be. I mean, to be completely real with you, Aqualix has done really simple attacks that have worked.
Mm-hmm. It was a double 4-2 attacking half.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
We had
the bomb.
attacker side at Oregon. Can Soup break the curse? That is the true question.
Setting down my +1.
Meeting.
Yes.
Meeting kitchen. Aqualix did a direct take. They planted.
Mm-hmm.
They planted in full view of the stage, and they won their gunfights against players swinging stage. It was as simple as that. It wasn't complex. This isn't a PB attack, man.
Just hey, let's do X, Y, and make Z happen. They did X, they did Y, and boom, Z happened. It was just nice and simple. Also, for the side of Soup, they did lack a little bit of intel, a little bit of plant denial. So, nitro smokes and some BPs, as well as the prismas that either Snake or Pack Rat have just thrown around the map the entire game. Or, pardon me, Snake or Nacho have been throwing around everywhere. They can provide some intel. It can be interesting. It can be fun, but CZ, he's already inside of Garage doing some cutting work, making sure that Z Hall is not in the realm of the defender's territory. They can just sit there and rest easy that that flank isn't going to happen. More so worry about things like main, maybe a little bit of bottom freezer and bottom white, which now gets droned out and confirmed that, hey, there's somebody there, but he scurries up the stairs.
Well, here we go. Same attack manifesting itself. Not sure how they... Oh, yeah. Well, I guess that's part of the reason this has been such a wonky organ that Thatcher has... I mean, for example, this single wall that Gash is thermiting, that would be 10 times harder to get under any other circumstance. But they're going to get it minute 40. At this point... Oh, look at the adaptation. The shield. To deny this plant. To force.
This is the adaptations of Soup.
I mean, this is to force the issue. Obviously, that it's going to die immediately because there's Thatcher and there's more than enough clear on the side of Aqualix, but it's still something that can delay every second, every moment that Soup stays alive and keeps people up. They can perhaps win this series in 2-0 fashion. Drones coming out for Snake. Again, that's the raid boss. CZ was last seen walking around Z, so that could be a danger zone for Serp, or rather for Snake if he tries to flank that way. So keep that in mind. That's his thought process. Waltz is there to cover, but I'm sure they're not exactly, comfortable with the concept of flanking this hallway. CZ's covering it. That's the demon for Aqualix. Snake, oh my god, did they know that Exile's in there? Nacho looks away at that. Do they know? Did the call come out? It's surely coming out now. No, Nacho still loses that fight. How? Communicate? Headphones? I don't know. But somehow, the Finka just walks in front of a crossfire and wins the fight. A 5 versus nothing now. I'm pretty much a 5 versus 1. And Exile is under a table. He's under a table. Plant's going down. We've seen crazier. I don't think we're going to see crazier this round. Aqualix somehow, some way, has survived Oregon. When, I'm going to be real, they looked utterly pathetic. Okay. I completely disagree. Matter of fact, if Soup is unable to establish control and Sigma male dominance on their attacks to start this, they will be in some deep trouble. Because I think they're a momentum-based team. You've got, clearly, I mean, they've got a very limited strat pool. This isn't Eloquent Strategy number 2708. No. This is a team that's just kind of...
This is, hey, we got 3 defenses.
Like I said.
Top, reading, bottom.
How do you do the Discord ring sound? They called each other on Discord and said, let's play this ball, and it worked. They're developing into probably a more structured team, but that's going to take time. That doesn't just happen. So, they struggle on attack to start. I think things will start to loosen up a lot more for a more established team like Aqualix. And I say established team like Aqualix, I mean, this is a new team as well. So, this is just a mirror matchup as far as I'm concerned. So, let's see. This looks like a pretty decent setup defensively for Aqualix. I mean, it's pretty default. Again, you don't need to be a Harvard graduate to make this defense. It's a cigar hold, then a pixel shield. Nothing crazy.
Whole lot of, I think like 2 entire shotguns worth of head holes everywhere. Full head holes, not half, full. Makes it a bit more fun.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Let's see. I mean, what? Like Soup. It's not like these guys have 200 hours on the game, right? They don't know what a pixel shield is. Let's see what happens here. Afer, first man up. Afer is on castle, and Afer is like 7 and 40 through the first 2 maps. So let's see how he responds. He responds by dropping immediately. Gasher's just swinging in front of the whole room. All right, Gash. Just swinging.
Gasher simply does not care anymore. He has no evaluation for his life, no sense of self-worth, and I think that's going to make him even more dangerous than he already was.
Oh, here we are. Pixel shield still intact. Grenades and the Thatcher available means that, well, I mean, this shouldn't be hard to kill it. You know, the ADS has already been disabled, but that shield's still there. X-Stars and Kid Hat gonna tag up each other, high-five each other with bullets. The shield, again, is still there. Gasher's gonna be taken out. Snake making his presence known as he's done through 3 maps with the opening kill of map number 3. A lot of Maestro cameras, a lot of utility still available for the defense, but again, there's Thatcher. There's plenty of utility clear. It's just a question of, well, are they gonna deal with it? ADS shot? Well, there's that. There goes that Maestro cam, right? Surely. And surely the shield will follow up next, even with the MI sitting here. Another kill for Nacho on the Hat. It's looking like Clubhouse. 5v3s to start the game.
Yep, who needs a Zof to destroy a shield? Oh. Where did that Selma go off? Caught by the MI disc? I heard it open, I thought, not just get destroyed by X-Stars. He's going to take out Exile. Waltz on the refrag.
Attackers have recovered
Wait,
the
man,
diffuser.
gets refragged.
Okay.
And Pack Rat refrag CZ. Afer's going to bounce back, but he's the last remaining member from the Aqualix defense. And he has one of the worst guns in the game. The UMP-45. It's slow, and so is Castle, as he only has a couple bullets worth HP. Make that none. This Pack Rat's going to clean him up. And a dominant attacking round of the top floor for Soup will definitely set the precedent forward.
I'm hooping and hollering about a shield, and they just kind of
Yeah.
shot the guy on the shield on the face. And everyone else around the shield just, I guess they didn't have shields, so they just died. So, that's not ideal. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought Aqualix would come out and cause some problems. Disrupt the peace on Cafe. That has not been the case, at least through the first round. They kind of just got, that was just straight up weight room.
Yep.
Attackers
Eh,
need to locate
I mean-
and defuse as many bombs as they can.
What do you mean, I mean?
I think it was.
They got obliterated.
Soup was emulating Aqualix style attack. They just kind of waited, and then
Attackers have located
people
the bomb.
started running at them, and then they started killing them. Because Aqualix got impatient.
That's really deep and moving. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, it's the same defense. I mean,
Yeah.
has anything changed? I mean,
If it didn't work once, it will definitely work the second time.
I think we're underestimating Soup's ability to be prepared
5 seconds remaining.
for.
Now we're going to see a cocktail take.
Attackers are moving.
I think analysts and analysts in particular tend to have this. They focus too much on whether he can play the map or not. These are guys with. I bet you if you add up all the hours for Soup, it's a lot of hours. They play Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege a lot. And I'm sure they play a lot of ranked, play a lot of whatever, scrimmages. Collectively, maybe not as a team here, but as a collective. They know how to play the map. You know, it's not like they're a bunch of little kids, don't know what they're doing. So we need to consider that. I mean, maybe they can actually just play the map like it's any other map, right? It's not that deep. Here they go. Already droning out this is a cigar hold. And it's Gasher in there. They're holding the cutoffs. You got Nacho holding the doorway out. Someone else holding for a crazy swing. And then you already have Snake on the south rappel as well, or whatever rappel that is. I don't know my directions. Packrat's going to find Gasher, and there it is. You actually dropped
Easy.
and just slammed Gasher. Okay.
Yep,
That's not
he
supposed to happen. I mean, let me just be real. Should be able to deal with that Maestro cam if the EMP has a range? Question mark. No, he's just going to go for the swing and nearly get a triple kill off of it, but he'll only get 2. CZ question marking. I mean, there's nothing to question mark, CZ. You just got slammed. X-Stars. Holding the long angle on the rappel. You talked about all those head holes before, Connor. I think that's actually working against them. That might have been the culprit behind a lot of those kills last round. And it might happen again this round.
Yeah, I mean, Soup, they're starting off really strong on the rounds. I mean, Pack Rat, sure, you lost his EMPs, but got the kill on the person playing Pixel. So that's some good map control, but Apers just takes it right back. Down goes Waltz, and never mind, he doesn't reclaim. He just goes ahead and falls back towards stacks, not really wanting to pay for that map control with his life, really evaluating it more for the later half of the round. If X Stars and the boys, Nacho and Snake, the boys on Soup, if they get to that execute phase, it'll be nicer for both Exile and Hat to have another teammate with a gun up. I mean, that's just simple math. Exile first Toxic Babe canister thrown over towards the humidor of Cigar, and the time is starting to dwindle, CJ.
30 seconds. Snake looking to push up White Stairs, and honestly, who's the maestro? Hat, who may be in a bad headspace after how last map went towards the end. Afer on one, but it's Snake versus Hat, and it looks like Hat's gonna lose that fight. Afer also going down. It's a 1 versus 1. Snake versus Exile, and there's 15 seconds, but he has to halt this, and that means Exile is gonna win that. Just absolutely obliterate Snake. Just splattered all over the walls in the bathroom. And well, Aqualix showing some fight. I mean, in that round, nearly got out of hand. Nearly. I don't know why. I just knew Hat was gonna lose that fight. I don't know why. I'm not cursing them. I'm just predicting it. Like,
Yeah? Is that what you do to... Oh, you tell yourself to help you sleep at night?
I mean, I don't care. I'm having a
Soup's
good time.
gonna take a timeout off of that as well.
You know what I'm saying? This is their pain and suffering. I'm just commentating it. So,
Yeah.
here we are. It's going to be kitchen service. Yes, someone from Soup said, you know what? I'm alt F4ing and restarting my game. So that might take... Depends on his PC specs. You think he has like a 4080 Ti and he'll restart in like 10
Yeah,
seconds?
it's not even out yet, but he's got it.
Yeah. Man. Depends on how fast it comes back, but... All in all, I mean, two very different tales for the first two rounds. Aqualix just getting folded the first round. Second round, they get folded again, except this time they resist. Afer's actually coming alive a little bit. Afer's actually like doing something. I think that's something that was missing for them through literally the entire series this far. Afer's just kind of been a traffic cone. They're a lot better when Afer is on one. I mean, that goes without saying. But I'm going to say it anyway because we're in a technical timeout where someone restarted their game. So I'm going to say the obvious, okay? Like, get over it, okay? You guys listening saying, well, why are you saying that they win or lose? It's so obvious. Shut your mouth. And there's more all chat. I wish, we should almost like, this screen, suggestion for me, this screen should show the all chat so that we can see it. Afer saying, you're not going anywhere. Quit, bro, quit. Spiders flying out in chat. Fake high school flying out in chat from Afer.
Schizo demons.
I mean...
And then our observer just in the middle of that
just R.
types R.
And everyone just calmly
Truly
says R.
had to be there.
Everyone just calmly says R. Like, so here we are. Updating y'all on the all chat, updating y'all on the animosity.
These teams are not fans of each other.
No, this is serious business. Like,
This is going to blossom into a lifelong hatred.
winner of this best three, I mean, it's going to have a lot of bragging rights. They may play each other again. Maybe. But
Maybe.
winner here is going to be
And they have
riding
to
it
beat
for a
one
while.
shot. Whoever wins has to try to beat one shot. And then if they lose, I think both of these teams are better than Eclectic, unless Eclectic really worked out some of their issues. So we probably will get a rematch.
It's possible. I don't want to call it too early, okay? Because we know how that goes.
I don't think it's necessarily only possible. I would say it borderline is plausible.
10 seconds left
Yes.
before insertion.
Mm-hmm.
Kitchen. Like I told y'all earlier, I hinted it. You didn't see it. I'm telling you, you see it now. Kitchen service. And that's a lot of drone denial for Aqualix, meaning that, well, hey, I think they're going to roam. To deny, you know? They have the red wall reinforced, actually, that northern red wall means, like, there's not going to be a whole lot of horizontal ankle play. horizontal anchor play, which is usually something you do in response to vertical pressure. So you know how you deal with vertical pressure the alternate way? I mean, you just straight up killed them before they enter the building. Which is literally what Aqualix
Yes.
is doing. Look at this. They're holding every entry point on the top floor right now. 2 drones off the board, which is more significant than it looks because those were killed with bullets. They weren't just caught in gadgets. Meaning that more drones are likely going to be lost just due raw attrition. I think, unless, you know, you don't need a drone and you're Snake, you just kind of walk around.
Yeah, he's confident.
Looks like most of the defenders in the 3rd floor kind of rotated away. And they've rotated to the next layer of the defense, the middle floor. You know, this map's like a sandwich. We have the top bun secured for soup. Now you got to deal with the middle bun. Whoever that was just dropped in absolutely slam CZ. I'm not sure how Snake just won that, but he did. And now Snake's in a position where he's cutting off the player who's in a reading room from retreating, meaning they're probably going to die a horrible, painful death. Probably. It's Kid Hat who, again, he let the waltz play happen. He was shaking in his boots. Trade coming out. Speaking of waltz. And, well, Hat's still alive in there. Again, you keep in mind that drone denial means that they're just not aware that he's in there. They don't react. Lose X-Stars for it. That's your sledge. And they're going to lose Nacho as well. So Nacho just gets folded like church clothes. Making this a 2 versus 3. They have yet to even touch the bottom layer of this defense. Which is good looks for Aqualix.
Wow.
Good looks for Aqualix. No, it isn't.
Yeah, but great looks for Aqualix.
Yeah, great looks for Aqualix.
As they go from a 3v2 to a 1v2, now a possible X-Out clutch.
Why is Gasher up there?
Backrad is spitting right now.
He really
Roaming
is.
Echo.
So, this is 2 versus 1, and this is winnable for Exile. The one he was in before, the clutch he was left in before, those were a lot harder. But, so, Waltz... Check his PC! How did he know? I guess Exile farted in the corner, and that was enough for Waltz to just peek and dumbass perfectly and kill him. Okay. That's on you, Exile, for moving, for shifting. I don't know what he did. What prompted him to, like, hear that? But I don't know how Soup won that round. Gasher, why are you up there? Go back to side and play your camera! Instead, Aqualix loses another unlosable round. That's not my fault. I didn't jinx anything.
Yeah, that was
just... What is he doing there?
That was just full court press.
You just
That
actually...
was the Gasher gambit.
Just let your
Either
teammate
works
die,
or it doesn't.
right? Play the 2v2.
Mm-hmm.
They're clearly not thinking about an Echo drone. I don't even think... I probably even know there's an Echo. I mean, all I know.
CJ, but the thing is, you're thinking too logically. That's your flaw.
Listen, I don't need a whole lot of logic to know. I'm on a donut, like, you know, and I've been getting my sauce made, like, most of the game. I'm hiding in a 2v3. Like, I'm just hiding. Like, and hoping
And then for your teammates to die? Not your
no,
fault.
I'm hiding and I'm hoping for the best. Like, actually, I think that's a higher percentage play than standing there as Echo, like a maniac.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So we're seeing shades of Legasher here, shades of Aqualix, because again, I mean, they didn't deserve to lose that round. No capacity to Aqualix deserved to lose. They played that perfectly, drone denial. They played the defense like a peeling onion. They fell off and they still
And then
lost.
they just peeked on the second floor with like a minute left for no reason.
It's like, come on.
They did everything right up until the end.
If I had an Aqualix jersey, I'd flush it down the toilet after that round.
Mm-hmm. Burn it.
Burn it.
Burn it.
Another top-down clear, though, from Soup. Because, I mean, if call me Shirley, but I'm pretty sure this is... What site is this? For there to be so many... it's just reading. I'm exaggerating.
Yep.
I thought it was basement. They had a shield.
See, you could almost think that
I'm stupid.
last
sorry.
bomb site was reading, considering how Aqualix threw their bodies for that map control.
Look at this.
Lost the round because of it.
Snake is trying to go for the old Noted play. You know, that was popularized by Noted. Some people may not know who that is. That's how ancient I am. Noted. used to shoot barricades like that and just kind of crouch walk in. They know he did it because he was caught on a default, but shout out to Noted if you guys know who that is. I mean, if you don't, wow, I'm old. But yeah, they're pushed into a fireplace. They're pushed in. Not really clear on the top floor.
Noted.
This is actually really dangerous. Wait, you don't?
No.
Right. Well, this is really dangerous. They're pushing this without Nomad. Minimal take, no Nomad. See how it works out for
Yeah,
them.
that's not the brightest. They can just reclaim top floor pressure. Reclaiming New Balk just absolutely... New Balk in Heaven can absolutely screw your pillar presence, and that's exactly what X-Star is going to find out the hard way. Gasher also swinging with a shotgun. You can get up close and personal towards the remaining 2 players, but no, Hat's just going to keep on killing them because those are not fun gunfights to take. CZ also picked up 1, but Snake from the basement. He's going to take out Exile, but immediate trade from CZ, as that was just Hat and CZ's show. 3 for Hat, 2 for CZ, 1 round for Aqualix. Tied up 2-2.
Hey. He do be kind of spitting. All I know is, like, right, you've got a guy just above, like, literally above and bar, looking at the whole push. He can drop, he could have done about 3 million different things there. It's really hard to pull that push off without Nomad. You got a lot to worry about, a lot of moving parts, and it's usually not in your favor. But shouts out to Hat. You know, I was roasting Hat. Hat was just like traffic cone city. But no, he was the hero
Attackers need to locate
that
and
round.
defuse
I mean,
bombs.
Snake, and to address Exile, calling him a baiter, I think this is just very, very disingenuous of you. It was Exile.
Attackers have
Like,
located a bomb.
On Twitter.
I mean, Snake is just mixing your salad like this whole game. Baiting or not baiting. It's like people who make fun of Diaz. Diaz still went plus 700 on you. You know? You let it happen. To me, I don't mind a good baiter. Someone who's good at baiting and actually like kills things.
I don't even really think he's baiting that hard. I
don't
mean, he got
either.
droned through basement, make sure that there was no pulse or any nitros down below because they wanted to go for the dining execute, and then he could push white late.
Yeah, there's actually nothing wrong with what he did.
Yeah, there's
I
nothing
actually
wrong
wish
with what
more
he did.
teams would, like, in that take, someone pushes up white.
Yeah, because
his whole team died.
one of the biggest,
Before that.
kind of like the only danger is the person peeking the white holes, and boom, kills him. Wow, so hard. Snake had a certified approved play.
Yeah, we approve it. Well, once again, this is, I mean, I don't think him getting on this rappel is baiting either. Exile, like, he's on this rappel to pretty much make sure Gasher is... Oh, what? No one was holding the skylight that time. So Gasher just kind of ran in front of it and lived. In the meantime, CZ will falter. Yeah, Gasher honestly should have died there. I mean, last time Nacho was holding that, and he just decided not to this time. Gasher once again flirting with death, running under the hatch, running back under the Afer's also getting blown up by breach charge. What's happening? Make it stop!
Bomb located by attackers.
Gasher's just shooting, getting blown up, grenades flying. This is just hell in a bell right now. Hell in Taco Bell. And Pack Rat just, okay. Yeah, I mean, Gasher just died for like 3 different things. A nade, the hatch, the below. Waltz again.
Attackers bomb diffuser has
Actually, what? How did he die there? That is all. I thought he wasn't exposed. He rappelled down, but either way, it's the round's over. If you blinked, if you rubbed your eyeball, round ended. Soup won it convincingly. Top floor is not the home field for Aqualix, I would say.
It is not. They are,
0 for 3.
yeah, not looking too hot. So, you know, they're 1 and 2 on it.
1. Oh yeah, Exile clutched. Never mind. I considered that a loss.
Exile clutched, and then there was also, because one of Soup's wins were downstairs. because, you know, a Gasher reading when the site was. Yeah.
Like, look, man, if I'm Gasher, I'm just hiding in a corner. Like at this point,
Attackers need to locate.
he's trying to get active, and you can see it. Like he's playing Jaeger, he's running around, he's trying to get up the stairs as Echo. Gasher, like, homie. I mean, just hide in a corner.
By attackers.
Hide in a corner with Echo Shotty Gasher. That's your best bet. You can snake in Pack Rat. That's what I would do. That's just me though. So kitchen service. I mean, I'm going to award the win to Aqualix. They should have won. The roam was good. It's a good quality attrition-based roam. The problem is you got to know when to give it up when you're not a part of the roam. If they can do that, and if the roam can have the same success, which it's gearing up to, they still have the drone denial. They still have, you know, the likes of Kid Hat popping off when normally he's, at least from the games we've watched, kind of not. They have something going for them. Looks like Soup's just going to rush, though, I think. No? What is this? 3 guys bake door. The hell's going on here?
There's a lot going on.
Is there?
Nacho is getting some confidence. So it's the main thing that's happening.
Just bake direct against a bandit trick. How does bandit work against Thatcher? Let's find out, guys.
Doesn't really work.
I mean, we're gonna see.
Bandit trick,
Let's-
double ace.
Yeah. Nomad is banned, which means that this just doesn't work as well as you want it to. Waltz is just not reacting to CZ shooting him, and the ground's over. Again, if you
Is
blink,
that an 8? That's a 4K for CZ, right?
they just walked into bakery and just did not consider that small vehicle as a possibility. That's
Yeah.
kind of fun. I mean,
And then
Nomad ban.
Yeah, there's no Nomad ban. Yeah. Also, CZ is playing on a laptop. I've seen the picture. Just.
Now, he dropped 17 on a laptop.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that changes everything.
Yeah.
Because how is he out-fragging some of his teammates on a laptop? Actually.
That's what I'm saying. Like, his teammates are like, yeah, look, our teammate's so good. Like, you should be like, man, that dude's out fragging me on a laptop. Need to get a grip.
Actually, like... Okay. 3-3 Aqualix with the laptop. I say Aqualix because, I mean, they won that last round, and they now get to attack with Thatcher up, but they're not using Thatcher. Using Twitch. And Zero.
10 seconds left.
Which are the only Twitch and Zero picks have been by Aqualix, I think.
5 seconds to go.
Right? Maybe that's wrong. Pretty sure the Shally game earlier we saw
Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
Zero. But yes. A rare, I'll just say this, a rare Zero. And a not so rare Twitch. Twitch is getting more popular. Because she has utility. Twitch can actually, you know, Nacho, who, by the way, is... Nacho's superstar trait has worn off. Because he's 2-5 again. I feel like he was 2-5 last map. Nacho's
And
Goyo
started
shields.
off real strong on club.
Yeah, and he just kind of...
Some people are just club demons.
He's just kind of here. He's chilling. C4 blows the roof up, but not an opponent. I say the Twitch versus Nacho. I mean, Nacho's relevance here is that his shields are probably going to die to Twitch drones. It's possible. He can throw them from the skylight. He can drop them here and there. He can blow up the Goyo shields very easily. So let's see how that one goes. I mean, this is one way to use the Zero cans as well, to just clear ADSs, clear discs. It works. Flying out on you, though. But Afer's still outside. Afer's outside the van, like, working on a shipment. Like, he's unloading the truck. And it nets him a kill.
I mean, hey, like we yellow ping, it goes hard. just once again poking and prodding. And just getting free kills, getting free damage, putting a lot of pressure on the soup defenders who, on their attacking half, did get that even 3-3 split. So pressure is on Aqualix. It's up to them. If they want regulation, they got to get that 4-2. They got to one-up them. And starting right now, man advantage. So looking good. The walls are already open for him. Packrat doesn't have a whole lot of HP to his name. Plus no nitros unless it's pre-placed somewhere. Pretty sure it is not. It is expended. 8 drones on the board plus a minute. Gotta say, it's looking like Aqualix. But we've seen this position too many times.
Especially considering Packrat has decided to lean forward this game. This could be different. X-Charge will fall. Packrat! The gun sung on him a little bit, so he does not get that kill. And now it's going to be crunch time here. Snake's still alive. Snake's swinging, but he does not anticipate. Kid Hat holding down the flank, and yes, Exile. It is Exile. Taking around for
Not
Aqualix.
it was, it is.
It is. And top floor has not been friendly to anybody, really. Exception of a clutch, it's just been beat downs left and right. So they're gonna do a kitchen service where mixed bag. Mixed bag this far. It looks like they're having a much more reserved lineup. This isn't Soup, that is, which is actually kind of surprising. You'd expect Soup to be just running around. That isn't the case. Well, at least it doesn't look like it. Based on the slide up, it doesn't look like it, okay? It looks like it's much more anchor-based. But we'll see.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused.
Theme of the
by
game has
attackers.
definitely changed, though. Soup was looking undiable through the first, I would say, 15 rounds of the series. All of map
Yeah,
one.
I was really scared for Aqualix. I was like, uh-oh.
Like, it was all map one was just a beatdown. Map 2 was like halfway a beatdown, and then Aqualix said, all right, enough. And-
Enough is enough. They
and-
stood up for themselves finally.
Yeah, I mean, here we are on this map. And Aqualix is leading. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first regulation lead.
10 seconds to go.
I think one other game went to decider, right?
5 seconds left.
Well, you know what a regulation lead that isn't like 1-0 Aqualix. You know, it's like they're actually leading in the mid
Oh, I
game.
misunderstood you. I apologize.
You know what?
I know what you mean.
Now, let me be clear. They're leading in the mid game.
A bomb
That
has
has
been located.
literally not happened. Most of the time, it has required a comeback. It's required or just there just was no comeback. They just got slammed. So this is the best Aqualix has looked in the series.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Let's see if that holds up. I hope I didn't just like, you know.
I'm out. Gotta reload.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
going to say. But I'm not.
The fall offs have looked pretty fast this time for the Soup defenders. Top floor is pretty much vacated, but Snake seems like he wants a little bit more. Wants to go for this flank play. And with no Nomad, I mean, Red's seeming pretty inviting. Except potentially if there's a window right next to him gets hammered out by Exile. It's the yellow pings almost landing a headshot once again. Would have been the same trick twice, and Snake, you gotta learn from that. Narrowly escaping with his life.
Not showing a curious position in pillar, though. He's not counted for. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he just... Honestly, he should have just stayed there. He's going to walk into mining, which is infinitely more exposed than undroned in pillar. He's going to pay the price. Now Aqualix again, sitting pretty. CZ is it? What? CZ just got here. Dom Perrier sipping on it in the bar. Does he hear? Does he hear this guy's right? Yes. He should get this kill, right? CZ, come on, man. He gets the kill. What? He got a kill somewhere else. And then eventually Snake was like, what? There's a Twitch here. In the bar. But not anymore. Gets his 1-for-1, but I mean the confusion has officially been sown. And barring a horrible situation in which they're unable to close out which is very possible. Look at how, I mean, Soup's kind of everywhere. They're still in Whiskey. That's still a power position that's in their favor. They're still in Coat, even though that wall doesn't look to be opened for a Coat defender. Let's see if Hat's able to win this gunfight, though. Clone is giving him live info, and so is a Zero Cam, so this is 100% in his favor to win. But it is Snake on the other side of things, who's going to give up Whiskey. That's very monumental because it's going to allow for Gasher to perhaps drop down this hatch without worry, with little concern. They're going to drop utility flying, but there are two defenders there. The Jaeger, that's Snake. He gets one, but it's X-Star's prone. Do they know X-Star's on one kill, by the way? He's going to have to go huge. He's going to stand up, and he's going to get his second kill, maybe a third. Yes! X-Stars is going to, I believe, equalize this game. It was going to be an Aqualix lead decisively if they were able to close out that attack, and they weren't. Honestly, weren't a whole lot of openings there. Bakery wasn't one. Kind of forced to go for a freezer drop, and a desperate one at that. And Soup took advantage.
Yeah, I mean, well played. Nice rat play. No Jackal to find the player underneath the window. Right.
You see what I
More
mean,
so
though?
than anything.
When you're on one kill, right? You don't just run up white stairs as Echo. You know what you do? You hide in a corner, and you hope things go your way. That's how you do it, X-Stars. You don't try to do too much. You try to do less. And let the action come to you. Otherwise, you're going to go 1 in 40. That's how it goes.
Yep.
Nacho's another one, by the way. Nacho, like, all Nacho had literally, if he stayed at Pillar, I bet you those Muppets, Aqualix, they would have never drawn that.
CJ, it's like trying to get a girlfriend. Like,
Stop
when you want a
looking for it.
girlfriend, you just can't find one. As soon as you're like, yeah, I'm so busy. And then it's like, oh, just meet a girl. And you're like, well, I don't want to give him. It doesn't matter.
Work on
You
yourself.
want kills when you're chasing them. They're just running from you. Except they just are killing you. And as soon as you feel like you don't want them, you're going to play passive. People are just going to start crouch walking at you. Give you a free piece.
I mean, quite literally, right? You know, I'm getting slammed in rank. You know what I'm doing? I'm picking an anchor, and I'm just like, I'm playing like I'd die in real life. Usually it works. I have a nasty range, KD. All I know is this. 4-4, Soup on defense. Again, they let Aqualix make mistakes. To kind of sum it all up, they have a better chance. I think they're trying to play a little too much hero ball. They're really confident, which they should be. I mean, map 1 was ridiculous. But tone that down a little. Twitch drone is gonna zap away. I think it got a disc. I don't know what it got, actually. There's no OMI, so I'm not sure what it shot. The angle was very oblique. But the top-down clear will commit. Afer, what? Afer is coming up from the basement. Might catch Pack Rat off guard, except I'm pretty sure there was a pre-fire too that came out from the hallway here, which it's going to tip off that the attackers are coming this way. Exile will get Snake. Raid boss down. Grenade flying out as well. Will that catch Pack Rat midair? It should have, but it didn't. Pack Rat's now in dire straits. I believe that's Hat hopping through the window. It's going to get ugly for Pack Rat really quick. Or this could be a huge double kill for the Jaeger. He's getting crouch walked on. Does he know? Doesn't look like it. He gets absolutely scalped. Decisive lead Aqualix. A lot of time to go.
And not just trying to go for this flank, but does he know that the flank watches right outside his snow? It's easy. You don't want to peek that. The French Canadian on the Frenchy gun on the F2? Probably not going to end well. Now it's up to Nacho, X-Stars, and Waltz to go against the rest of Aqualix. They have the man advantage. They're getting the pillar wall open. There's drones up above, but Waltz, he's still in position with the vertical control.
Oh my god.
X-Stars, he's gonna whiff the shot. Gasher, he takes him out. Now they have access to the A-bomb site. They have access into dining. Reading might not be the play for the plant. The post plants coming out of dining can be so strong with that repel as well as train that it's gonna force Waltz to get out of his position. It's easy. The perfect timing. He rotates into pillar. He swipes out the nitro. He baited it out and hit him with the whoop-de-wop. Afer, he drops him, and it's just up to Waltz and CZ. He gets the last lap through that breach opened up by Gasher. A whole lot of rotation, a whole lot of movement. Seemed like Soup got stirred a little bit too much. Didn't know what was happening.
Pack Rat was left on an island They set my man up to fail. Honestly, not really. Just, I mean, he just got nade landed in his forehead. Just getting crouch walked on. It's hard to hold down train like that. You saw him. He was tucked in the corner. Like a little Dalmatian. You know? Hiding from the rain. What's that movie? Is it called 101 Dalmatians?
Yeah.
Funny. Great movie. Again, that's probably
It is.
something that's just way too ancient for some of you children watching.
Where Cruella de Vil comes
Locate
from.
and defuse as many bombs as they can.
But yeah, I mean, that's a tough spot for Pack Rat to hold. Honestly, I would have put Snake there. Just saying. Or Waltz. Speaking of everyone else, X-Star, like, okay. I'm not roasting him here, but like, I don't think either of them were looking at him. And I think it was more that his gun didn't do the body shot damage necessary to get the double kill. Because I think that was a double kill waiting to happen. It just didn't.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
10 seconds left.
Fuse Jaeger, he gets that.
Reload.
It's a totally different round. We're looking at 5-4 suit probably. Instead, well,
Instead, Aqualix get to go up and attack the one bomb site that there's barely been any success on for either defensive side. Aqualix, they picked it apart just a couple of rounds ago, but the success of Soup has kind of forced them back to going here. It's not fun. Potentially could put Aqualix on match point.
Activating shock drone.
potentially.
Potential.
A bomb has been located.
Once again, the raid bosses for Soup have cooled off quite a bit. This isn't the demon time, Snake. That feels so far away. He's still contributing, but not to the extent. If you missed map 1 and you missed one of the most biblical performances out of an individual, you're gonna see. And Packrat on the smoke, roaming with the FMG9. Packrat is back to his natural habitat. The smoke, that's where I was introduced to Packrat.
Yep, the roaming smoke.
And I'm glad to see it again. I just wonder what he's going to do with it. Is he going to throw smokes from pillar or something? We'll see, Packrat. Gone 6 flying out from Afer. He's going to push his way through Scar, crossing ever so dangerously into a very tough position. Hat getting tagged up. And Packrat is flanking a smoke at 1:30 and he misses.
Wow.
And gets turned on. Must watch television, folks.
Packrat just got smoked.
What? I thought you cooked that
What?
way too long. Hey, okay.
Well, goodbye, Waltz.
What? Okay, it had to be some lag there. But
Yeah, there had to be, because, boom. All of a sudden, Packrat and Waltz, 2 of your bigger pieces, leaving just Snake. He gets traded out by Afers immediately. It's just up to X-Stars. He can't quite land any of the shots with the MP5. It's not doing enough damage. Flashes, smoke canister, something's coming out as the attempted utility from the skylight is dropping through. X-Stars, he can go for the aggressive play, but it doesn't matter. Gasher, he sniffs it out and he'll drop him down. Match point Aqualix on their attacks.
you just see Soup running out of energy here. Running out of main character energy that propelled them so much in the other maps. And Aqualix just playing a cleaner game. With Kitchen Service being, well, one of the final stands for Soup. They got to make 2 of them. Kitchen Service will be one of the first, or first of the 2. Osa! With the crazy background. That's a cool little background. Osa!
In the battle pass.
Osa from Exile. And he's going to 6 it. Good stuff, Exile, you muppet. We wanted to see Osa.
So we go to Sledge.
Like, instead we get you on Slit. Like, nobody wants to see that.
Osa
here-
could have been fun.
But here we go. Oh, I mean, no Osa, but Sledge. And obviously, Kitchen Service.
Attackers
Sledge
to locate
does things
and
on Kitchen
defuse
Service. He
any bombs
sledges the
they can.
floor. That's really good.
Does.
So here we go. Wow, actually, that's a vastly different lineup for Soup. A lot more aggression there built in. Nacho, he said, you know what, like, I gotta pick a operator for the gun at this point. He's got the Alibi. hopefully looking to be a threat. I mean, on Oregon, we saw him hit an almost great clip. And of course, you have the same drone denial. Well, not the same. There's no mute. But you do have drone denial with Snake, and you do have X-Start. I mean, can't say Legion is the first operator to pick. I'm not going to lie to you. Definitely looks like some picking it for the gun going on here. Because this is not as optimal as you would think for a roaming lineup, but it's a lot of comfort picks. And Snake, speaking of comfort, a very uncomfortable position of having to stand tall against a full clear from Aqualix, unless Aqualix just rushes or something. It looks like they're rappelling to the roof. So it's Snake versus the world. Let's see how it goes. It'll have to go
why
well.
wouldn't they? Their top-down clears have been pretty clinical. They're getting consistent man advantage off of their room clear. I mean, Snake has not doing too bad, but he's definitely cooled off, and any trade is a positive. You feel?
No. I don't know what you're talking about, actually. Just kidding. You said it's biblical. I mean, Snake's here. Gonna drop. That's what happens when you're clear. It's pristine. You force people to respect it. Snake will respect it. He will retreat. And Afer staring intently at... I don't think there's any defender up there anymore, but they're still just kind of checking, doing their due diligence, because they are indeed playing a team called Soup. Anyone that's wild enough to name their team after a food is wild enough to hide in a corner on the 3rd floor, so you have to check everything. Though time was their biggest enemy last time they attacked the site, it kind of took a long time, and then just lost around to a guy hiding under a window. So they got to speed things up, and they've got to get the control that they need a lot quicker. Soup's playing is a lot more emphasis around whiskey and around bottom white, so I mean, which is more in line with what you normally see. We'll see how that works out for them. It's actually Nacho, the man of the hour. He's going to be in VIP, and he's going to be huge. He's going to be important to deciding how this round goes, should things go sour on the site. And here we go. Actually, no. What? They didn't reinforce... What? Pug stack moment. They didn't actually open up Freezer to where Nacho could help. But they reinforced it to make it a kill box. But at the same time, that makes Nacho useless, especially since he's being Z-pinged. And his teammates more preoccupied with brown stairs than the white stairs, meaning that Nacho's in a predicament. He's pretty much on his own. He wins the gunfight against Afer, but doesn't lose, or rather doesn't win the trade. This should be an opportunity to take whiskey, but there's 20 seconds left. A whole lot of time wasting going on here. Packrat still in coat as well. Why is Aqualix going for whiskey with 20 seconds left? I couldn't tell you. But it's going to be 6-5 unless Exile does the impossible, which he won't. 6-5 still leading Aqualix's, but a lot less convincingly so. And overtime is very much a real possibility as we go to, well, one of these off sites. Or off sites considering the standard. I mean, you have to go top floor. That's
You're
not
either going top, pardon me. You're either going top floor, which has been pretty horrible for everybody, or a reading room, which has not seen very much play, or with the timeout, could be seeing mining. Oh wait, pardon me. That would have to be Soup's timeout. Maybe we're gonna see some biblical cool attack that Gasher is cooking up right now. He's in the lab in his brain and telling everybody, here, go this. He's drawing out the lines on the blueprint, CJ. He's saying, we're gonna bring a fuse and a gridlock. It's gonna be fun.
we need to get a seal here and a seal here, and then up the alley, Gasher says.
Yep.
But usually when Gasher does that, it's nightmare. It doesn't work that quite. I hope they just kind of don't do anything crazy, actually.
Just kiss.
I mean, it
Keep
worked
simple,
last time.
silly.
This is going to be reading Fireplace. It was a very simple attack last time. It wasn't anything crazy. They didn't try to rush up white or something, or rush pillar door.
And hit the up white into sight maneuver. I don't think would work.
Your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And I hope that, like, the most easy to call thing is call a timeout, rush after timeout. Like, I don't know. Feels telegraph.
It really just isn't. I mean, you know, there's actually a hell of an adjustment. Pack rat to pulse. Nacho. She was just... Is it past Nacho's bedtime or something?
I don't know, but it's almost past mine.
Is Nacho in a tired, silly, goofy mood?
He started off so strong. He was doing so well. It's true tragedy. Shakespeare would be jealous.
Well, you know one thing. It can always be his round. The pulse and
And
mining is actually a good change. That's going to allow Mr. Packrat to... Or actually, no, he's going to be below. Oh, man. If they put Nacho in train, or whoever in train, and then have Packrat C4 mining, I think they know that he's pulsing because they are just way too focused on this. Packrat with the ump versus Afer. Who wins this? Nobody.
Should be Afer,
Nobody,
but
because Packrat's going to run away, right? He's getting wall banked. He's getting pushed. They don't know that Thatcher's there. You should have just ran. Nacho gets slammed as well by CZ, trying to help Mr. Packrat. And suddenly, so much emphasis around the pulse, which I thought was going to go the way of the defense, has just been the opposite. And Aqualix could close the game out here. X-Stars is not a raid boss. Waltz and Snake are, though. And what? Red dot, what am I? Yeah, you bug in, Chief. But here we go, Snake. Still at large, still floating around the map. And Waltz, we've seen it. He can win games. He can win rounds single-handedly. Was that a person? Or what the?
A bomb has been located.
Very, very dire straits right now for Aqualix as they try to corral these maniacs from Soup. Afer pushing up. Afer's pretty tagged up as well. Something to consider. And there's no top floor control either. Snake, again, just fighting his demons. Swinging at the air right now. Trying to keep this round alive. A minute to go. That's a lot of time to kill against these Aqualix attackers. Afer's pushing in and pre-firing aggressively. But I don't know. Where do they go for here? What's the decisive push if you're Aqualix? Oh. Oh!
what a
World
shot.
Star Exile. It just gets baptized. But Hat will trade on the Snake again. That's huge. That's probably the best kill of the series. You kill Snake in this scenario. Waltz is on 1 HP and X-Stars is running red dot Wamai. This is very doable.
With the pillar wall open, Walt's not on a whole lot of HP, but he has the brown flank, and it could be well timed. Hat, he has the idea. He's going to be watching it. There must have been a drone downstairs. He's pre-firing away, and Gatcher, he gets the pinch. It's all up to X-Stars. The game is on the line. He's 3 and 8. He's been struggling. But the clock is in his favor. He's taking some shots here and there, but he can't connect at all. Hat, he lands the final decisive blow to the head. And Aqualix, they had him. Soup, they had him in the first half. I'm not going to lie to you.